chicken jockey.
Yeah.
From the Minecraft
Oh, you guys
movie.
have to fill me under that. I have not. I don't know.
with John.
I'm not.
John
I don't
Oz.
think I'm gonna spend money to see that, but I might bootleg it. Sorry, Jack.
Nah,
Like,
you should spend money to see it.
should spend money
You gotta
to see it.
support it.
I don't want to.
You gotta support this movie.
I don't want a second one.
They already announced a second
They
movie
already
today.
sequel baited at the end.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah,
They did.
yeah. There's a post credits.
Okay, so it's pretty funny because Nas has never played Minecraft before. You believe that?
That's well. Okay, so he told me earlier today he played it once on the Xbox 360.
Okay.
Probably at a friend's house.
Yeah, it wasn't his.
Makes sense. So he understood. Okay, the basics.
What the fuck do guys who don't play video games do in their free time?
Fucking comedy.
Okay. Love you, Nas. But the entire movie, we were like kind of fucking with him. We were like, oh, dude, that's the pig. They have those in Minecraft.
I know.
We are like, oh, dude, that's the Enderman. He's a dude in Minecraft.
Yeah, I really do that the entire
Yeah.
time.
And he's
That's
like,
the
dude,
diamond
we're
sword
watching a
from
fucking Minecraft movie. I know.
Do you want me to break down the plot for you?
Yes, actually, for everyone listening, for those we did what, like 6 months ago. We did a fucking like reaction trailer video.
Yeah.
So this is finally full circle. It's finally come out. So yeah.
Okay. So every single prediction that we made about what the Minecraft movie was going to be was pretty much wrong, like all across the board.
It was worse.
Yeah, it was significantly worse. That movie was god awful, but it was like fun god awful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Made by the guy who made like Nacho Libre and like Napoleon Dynamite.
So he
and
knows
stuff
to work
like
with
that.
Jack Black, and that's about it.
I mean, he's a funny guy. I feel like they didn't like work to his strengths.
It was funny.
I guess you could say that.
Yeah.
Was it quirky
It was
or
funny.
funny?
It was like quirky funny.
Yeah, it was definitely quirky funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's Jack Black.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of Jack Black humor, honestly.
Gotcha.
So I guess we're just gonna do like a full summary of this shit. Like,
yeah,
we might as
get it.
well
Break it
fuck
down. Break it down. Break it down.
Dude, I was talking about this with Justin yesterday. The first like 10 minutes of that movie had to have been fucking written by a 9-year-old. It was like, yeah, so this is Steve. Steve hates his job, but he yearns for the mines.
Yeah.
So when he was a kid, he wanted to mine, but his grandfather said no. So then when he grows up, he goes to the mine, and then he puts this cube into the Tesseract from the Avengers, and then he goes into Minecraft.
Yeah. So he goes into the mines.
He builds it, or like
No,
he
no, no,
finds
no.
it?
So he just finds like some 2 random MacGuffins, put them together, and boom, he loads in Minecraft. There's like a portal that
He
opens.
crafts to go into Minecraft.
Yeah, he crafts there's like another portal there, and he like opens it up, goes into the game, right? He goes to Minecraft. He's like, dude, this shit's fucking awesome. There's like sheep here. This shit's not in real life. You know what I mean? He's like doing stuff like that. He starts like building.
He builds like an
crafting.
amusement
Is it young
park.
Jack Black or is this an old one?
He still looks old as fuck.
It's just Jack Black.
It's Jack
Like,
Black.
he built like a giant amusement park. He
Yeah.
like got a dog, and it was on adventures. and
Dennis.
shit. Dennis the dog. Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's
okay.
literally like a Minecraft summarizing what they do in Minecraft.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what? That's not a
A
9-year-old,
Minecraft
right?
Yeah, yeah.
summarizing a Minecraft.
Sorry.
It's a Minecraft movie.
No, it's a 9-year-old summarizing what they do in Minecraft. It's like, oh yeah, then I built an amusement park and I played with redstone, and then
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had a dog, and the dog and me went on adventures, and then I went to Flint and Steel, the Nether.
Yeah, he finds like one of those like ancient nether portal, like the ruined nether portals around the map.
yeah.
Goes there. He's like, I'm gonna build. He like builds it or whatever. Goes through the portal. Goes to the fucking nether. Right. He goes to the nether where he finds the piglins. And the piglins, they want to take this fucking tesseract cube that Jack Black has, and they'd use it to conquer the overworld. You know what I mean?
So the overworld is still in Minecraft.
The overworld
right?
is
Yeah,
like with the grass fields and the
Yeah, yeah,
biomes.
yeah.
and
It's
Okay,
stuff.
I was thinking
blocky.
overworld isn't like the real world for a second. I was like,
No.
they didn't-
That's just Earth, bud. Okay,
Okay, so
let's
they have a distinction. They have like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
They're different.
Okay.
So he's like,
It's literally
shit.
just the game Minecraft.
Oh
they
my
go
god!
into. Yeah.
All the terms are just Minecraft terms.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
Gotcha.
everything is just Minecraft. Like it's literally just they go to Minecraft. It's an isekai. They go to Minecraft.
Yeah, exactly.
got
Like,
you.
It's
Gotcha.
Jumanji, but the game is Minecraft.
Gotcha.
That is exactly what it is.
Gotcha.
So they fucking, there's this piglin leader, and her name is Malgosha, and she's evil, and she hates creativity. So then Steve is like, Dennis, take my fucking earth crystal and put it under my water bed in the real world. So Dennis, the fucking Minecraft wolf, grabs it, runs through the nether, runs to the real
He turns
world.
a real dog.
No, he's still a cube wolf.
Minecraft dog.
Oh my god!
He's a Minecraft cube wolf in the real world.
yeah.
And he goes all the way back to Steve's house in the real world and just puts that shit under the bed.
Yeah.
And then Jack Black is like, maybe that wasn't the best idea. No one's ever going to find it.
And then he becomes a prisoner.
Yeah. And then the reason why she hates creativity was because she did The Nether's Got Talent
When she was a kid. Yeah.
when she was a kid. And then she
she
dances
danced-
the pig step, which is like
Yo,
the
that's kinda
song from
fire.
Minecraft. It's a fucking
Yeah.
banger. Boom, 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 boom.
It's just hard.
But anyway,
and her moves are
everybody
too
just-
bodacious.
everybody just laughs at her because she sucks. And then she's like, oh, I'm going to take over the Nether and nobody's ever going to be creative again. No one's allowed to have fun.
So
Yeah.
this is like the Minecraft movie meets the Lego movie meets Jumanji.
Yeah, kind of.
Meets
Yeah,
Is it like the Lego movie?
kind of.
the Craggle was because he hated creativity. He didn't like.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's actually very similar to the Lego movie. So they go to the real world, and then it cuts to the garbage man, right? He was a fucking...
Jason Momoa is a garbage man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jason Momoa is the garbage
Not
man.
an actual garbage man. It's a nickname he has.
Yeah,
because
it's the nickname he gave himself.
he gave himself.
It's because in the 80s, he was like a pro video gamer and shit like that. And he was like, oh, I learned this trick called the garbage man special or some shit like that, where he like wins the game quicker by doing a garbage man trick or something.
Okay.
But now that it's the fucking present day and it's not the 80s anymore, he's a fucking loser.
Yeah.
And he's a washed up has-been and he runs this game shop that's failing. He has an eviction notice and everything.
Oh my God.
So what does he do? He turns to Storage Wars. He goes to fucking storage units around the fucking town. By the way, this town's name is Chugless. So he he goes to this fucking storage unit and he's like, oh, this has this fucking limited edition fucking old ass video game console. I'm gonna get this storage
It was like an
unit.
Atari, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was an Atari.
That's Storage Wars. They just like they find shit in storage units.
Yeah.
It's like
They bid on it.
It's like, is it like Pawn Stars but storage units?
No, it's basically they have auctions between different people and they're auctioning off the storage unit.
But they don't like find little.
They
cool
don't know what's
knickknacks?
inside until after they do it. Basically, it's like them going through
So how
and
the
trying
fuck do you bid on it?
They basically gamble. It's like gambling.
It's so stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
it's
it's
like it shows you how much they gamble, and then it shows you how much like the value of everything
You're
on the
literally
inside.
gambling on a mystery box.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
exactly what he. But his friend was the guy in charge of the auction. And he told him what was inside the thing.
Oh, so
that's why he
inside
bid on
trading.
it.
Okay, gotcha.
And that was where they had the YouTuber cameos. They had like Dan TDM and like the other people there or whatever.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So he goes in there. He's like, "No, the Atari isn't in here. It's just this lame fucking Tesseract cube in here instead." So he brings the fucking Tesseract cube and he brings it to his shop, right? Then
Oh no, but you're forgetting. He was really upset that there was no Atari in there, so he starts freaking out. And then his, so-called friend goes, "You, sir, have no respect for the storage unit community." I'm like, what the
you are exiled from the storage unit. He says like some shit like that. Yeah.
No, he was like, "You have no respect for the storage unit community." That's what he said.
Yeah. Okay. Then it cuts to this like little brother and the older sister. I forget their names. But they're
Fair.
The older sister's like, "Geez, I can't believe our parents died, but it was our mom's dying wish to have us grow up in Chugless."
So they took their mom's like last money and went to Chugless. So and then her sister found a job at the fucking potato chip factory.
Yeah, she's the social media manager at the potato chip factory. Where they have Chuggy the Chip is the mascot.
And Chugless's like main export is potato chips. So the whole town runs on potato chips.
Oh my God.
So this kid shows up and it's like his first day at school.
So 3 kids.
No, it's the kid. Like it's just like the brother and the sister. So it's the brother's first day at school. She's like 18, 19 or whatever. So she has an actual job. She's like his caregiver or whatever. And she's like, "Oh, I want to help you like fit in at school. So I'm gonna give you these tots, right?" So she gives him a fucking tater tot pizza, right? And he's supposed to use that to make friends at school. So then he goes to the
But if they
fucking.
were cold by the time we went to school.
They probably were. So he's walking to school, and then on the way there, he sees Jason Momoa's shop. He's like, "Whoa, that shit's fucking cool, right?" So he just walks in there, and then Jason Momoa's like, nice tots, man." And all this other shit in there, and he's like telling him like, I need to make friends." He's like, "I'll do it if you pay me like $200 or whatever the fuck." So he becomes like his mentor figure. You know what I mean?
Hustling.
Then he goes to school, right? And at school he goes there and they have like he goes to art class and they tell them to draw like a banana and an apple together, right?
Okay.
So they're all supposed to draw a banana and an apple. And they all draw their bananas and apples and he draws them, but when he draws it with a jetpack, right? And then the teacher's like, "Oh, you didn't draw this exactly how you see it in front of you." And he's like, "No, I drew it how I wanted to draw it or whatever." And the kid,
interpretation.
yeah, he's like, "It's my interpretation." And then there's this kid who's like, "Yeah, that jetpack's not even mathematically probable. That wouldn't even work."
Shut your ass up, nigga.
And he's like, "Oh yeah? Well, I'm gonna prove it works."
With math. And then this other kid goes, "My dad said they debunked math."
Yo, that shit was funny as fuck. So then it cuts to fucking him actually building the jetpack. He dead ass builds the jetpack from his drawing, right?
So
And
he's like really smart.
he's really creative. So he builds the jetpack from his drawing. And the fucking bullies, they sabotage his jetpack.
Did they? I thought
Yeah.
they just.
No, they like cut a wire on it or something.
I missed that.
Which kind of ruins the whole storyline of the movie. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, that doesn't.
Yeah. So the fucking jetpack flies up in the air, flies across the town, slams,
potato chip factory.
goes to the potato chip factory.
And it takes the giant chugless like chip mascot,
Yeah,
Chippy. off of the building. And
Yeah,
he
it
just rolls
slams
down.
Chuggy the Chip into the lake, right? And that like ruins the town's economy, and like every like the entire town gets fucked up over this. So then it's like he goes to the principal's office, and you have whatever her fucking name is, and they go to the principal's office, and then he's like, oh, he calls Jason Momoa, and he's like,
oh my god, today's shit almost as bad as when my ex-husband divorced me.
oh yeah.
That's what the principal says?
Yeah. And then he's like, Jason Momoa, the garbage man, I need you to pretend to be my uncle and pick me up from school. He's like, I don't do that anymore, kid.
Because I don't do that anymore.
And he comes and he picks him up in the car, and she's like, wow, I want you to have, you can bag me up and take me out to the street any day.
Garbage man.
Yeah.
Oh, she's flirting with him. Is she like old?
Yeah.
Like late 50s, early 60s.
Oh.
And then like, yeah, he drives him home or whatever, drives him to his store. And then when he's at the store, he starts like, they're like fucking around. They put the Tesseract shit together, and then it starts going, so it starts like undulating. It starts like leading them towards the fucking portal, right? Like it starts
It takes him to the location.
yeah. Like he like starts like pulling them towards it. You know what I mean?
And then the sister opens up her like Find My app and is like, what the fuck is he doing in an abandoned mine shaft?
Yeah.
Valid.
And then she calls the real estate agent who sold the house. She's like, oh my God, I didn't know what to do.
And the real estate agent also owns a petting zoo.
Yeah, she has like 13 odd jobs, and one of them is a petting zoo. So she has like an alpaca in her fucking car and shit like that. And she's like, oh yeah, didn't you know your brother's jetpack flew into the fucking Chuggy the Chip factory and killed Chuggy the Chip? And she's
Bitch,
like,
how do you know this?
and she's like, what? That was him? And then they fucking chase after them. Then they get to the portal, and then the sister and the real estate agent are behind her at the portal. Like, don't go in there. And they go in there, and then they all fucking end up in Minecraft, right? They go to Minecraft, like, whoa, it's just cubic. There's blocks everywhere. Oh my God, this is just wild.
And then they see a sheep, a pink sheep. And then Jason Momoa is like, oh, I've played video games before. This is our first NPC. He's a quest giver. And he goes up to him and just goes, brr, or just like looks at him like, he's like trying to fish him for like a side quest or something.
He's like, oh, he speaks Spanish or some shit like
And then he starts speaking Spanish. He doesn't know how to speak Spanish. He like butchers it.
Importante.
Yeah, he literally says shit like that.
Yeah.
He says shit like that and thinks he's speaking Spanish.
And they're fucking like walking around doing whatever the fuck. And then all of a sudden it just like instantly turns to night. And then like the fucking skeletons walk out. They all have enchanted bows with like fucking
Skeleton
flame on them and
jockey.
everything. Oh yeah, there was a skeleton jockey. There's a spider jockey
Yeah.
there actually, yeah. They start chasing them around and shit. They get some fucking separated. The kid like runs face first into a tree and like breaks the block on the tree. He's like, whoa, I can break these blocks by
Wait, I
hitting
can
them.
pick up the cube and I can place it.
He's like, whoa. And he like goes around punching trees and then
And
builds
he
a
builds
tower.
like a giant tower out of wood, not wood planks, which I'm like, oh, you could quadruple your resources.
He hasn't figured out crafting yet. Bud,
Very
okay?
not like resource efficient, but okay.
And then Jason Momoa gets blown up by a creeper.
Does he die?
No.
No, Jason, like, the creeper sneaks up on him, and then he gets freaked out and he like punches it. He's like, "Oh my God, oh, I'm so sorry."
Yeah, and it fucking like, launches it back. And when he lands, it like fucking shatters the earth crystal in his pocket. And he's like, oh no, I don't have it anymore.
That's the Tesseract thing, right?
Yeah, it shatters in his pocket. So then
So they're stuck in Minecraft now.
yeah, the portal back to the world like closes. They're stuck in Minecraft. So then like they're like, yo, Jason Momoa, get up here on top of the tower. They get up on top of the tower, and then the sun starts to rise, and all the fucking zombies and shit start burning.
The zombies make it up the tower.
Yeah.
And then they're trying to like push the zombies away, but then a savior comes, Steve. And he's just Jack like beating the shit out of Minecraft zombies.
Yeah.
Oh.
He starts
like,
like fucking doing like wrestling moves on him and shit. Just like
literally
clotheslines on him.
it's literally just wrestling moves, and he starts like pushing them off the tower and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they just die of fall damage, and they burn when the daylight comes.
I
But the whole reason Steve is here is because Malgosia goes to like his quarters and is like, "Oh, the cube, it's back in the overworld. I need you to go get it for me."
And she holds Dennis's collar. She's
Yeah,
like, oh,
she's
we had
like-
your dog hostage.
Yeah. Because when Dennis left, he dropped his collar.
I forgot this too. When like the zombies first show up, like after like the sheep scene and everything, I don't know if you remember this or not. The zombies run up to the sheep and start tearing it apart like a Smiling Friends character.
Yes, they did.
And it screams like a human man. It just goes, ah!
There's like a tearing like pink fluff off of it. There's like a group of them.
That's she.
Yes, it's like The Walking Dead, where they just tear apart people. It's like a bunch of just
They fucking just kill this random
was it in
sheep and it
Minecraft?
screams
It was
like
the
a
most gruesome
human
way,
man.
like, ever.
I was like, what the fuck?
That wasn't in my Minecraft. What the fuck are they playing?
Oh, before the portal closed, a villager walks through the portal into the human world. So now he's trapped in the human world while everyone else is in Minecraft, right? Okay.
So then Jack Black goes, they're like, who the fuck are you? And then he goes, I'm Steve.
Yeah. So then he's like, okay, we have to. They're like, okay, we shattered the Earth crystal. He's like, but I need to have that and give it to Mount Gosha or whatever the fuck. And then basically they're like, okay, there's only one way to actually get this Earth crystal back. We have to go to the Woodland Mansion. Because the Woodland Mansion has the Earth crystal, right? It's like, okay, how do we go to the Woodland Mansion? We got to go to the cartographer in the village and get the Woodland Mansion map from the cartographer. Right, so they go to the village, and then when they go to the village, they start like looking around. They play the fucking chicken.
Who are these guys? Oh, they're the villagers.
What's up, dude?
Total pacifists. They love crushing a loaf.
That's the goat. I remember that scene. That's the goat.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
show them iron golems.
And
And
it's
like
like
all
the
this other
Blade
shit.
cameo.
Yeah. They do all that. He like introduces them to the concept of crafting and everything. And the kid starts throwing random shit out of his pocket, like fucking paper clips
From
and
the
tater
real
tots.
world. And he builds like a little block launcher gun.
He makes a tot launcher. It's specifically a tater tot launcher.
So, it also launched like blocks and stuff, didn't it?
They called it a tot launcher. I don't.
Yeah, I think they did like he like shot blocks out of it though.
Maybe I don't know.
I don't know.
Because I know Jason Momoa walked up to him and was like, nice tot launcher, dude.
Yeah. And then Jason Momoa put like a bunch of just random shit on like a bunch of like random iron ingots on the crafting table, but he didn't like if you look at the crafting table very closely, it's not even in the grid. It's
Is that
like
9 by 9?
there's no, it's just like a pile of them, and he goes like kadoosh, and he makes bucket chucks, like nunchucks, but they're
Buck
buckets.
chuckets, actually.
Buck chuckets, yeah.
Buck chuckets. And then meanwhile in the Nether, Mount Gosha's like, Steve has failed. We have to send General Chungus. And General Chungus is like Steve's old cellmate. And he goes up there, he's like, oh hey Mount Gosha, how's this going? He's like doing like the
So
fucking.
all right, I'll go to the overworld.
He's like, yeah, I miss seeing Steve, bro. He was fucking awesome. And it fucking goes to the overworld and he starts leading this fucking like this army is gonna go attack the village and everything. So then the guys and the girls end up getting separated, right? The girls end up going after the cartographer, and the guys end up like going a different direction and everything. I think they ended up.
Steve wants to go to this. No. Jason Momoa was like, I'm poor. I need diamonds.
Yeah,
So
because
they're
Steve mentioned riches earlier.
Yeah,
on.
so then they're gonna go to this abandoned like mine shaft he had to get diamonds. So Jason Momoa can bring it back to the real world and sell it and not be a loser.
Yeah.
Okay, valid.
So the guys get away by fucking getting the elytra because Jack Black has elytra, so they get elytra and then go fucking flying or whatever the fuck. And the girls end up walking somewhere. I don't know. They just end up
You
walking.
forgot about Steve's lava chicken.
I said they have the song on there. Yeah. Yeah, Steve shows how to make lava chicken. Yeah. And then the girls end up wandering through the woods or whatever the fuck, just trying to wander to the Woodland Mansion.
So they got the map and everything.
Yeah. Jason Momoa and Steve have like different elytra, and then I think Jason Momoa loses his or whatever the fuck.
No, Jack Black loses his.
Jack Black loses his, and he has to like ride Jason Momoa while they're flying.
And there's like a really tiny hole in the mountain, and they're like, "Oh my god, we're not gonna make it. We have to fucking like go in 6-9 formation and like fit through." And that's literally what they do. They're like fucking spinning each other around, like putting their heads in each other's crotches.
He's like, "You have to clench your butt. You have
Come
to
on,
do
bro,
it.
clench your butt, bro. Come on. And it's like, what the fuck are they talking about? It was just.
I'm trying to imagine this being real, but I can't.
It was just Jack Black like riding away for him to spoon with Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
So
You know,
then, yeah.
funnily enough, Jason Momoa is the one with the producer credit on this movie, not Jack Black.
Whoa.
freaky eye nigga.
That's the
bro.
funniest shit to me. So yeah, they end up going that way. Meanwhile, in the real world, Jennifer Coolidge hits that villager that wandered into the real world with her car.
Her Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Yes, or specifically, it was a Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I hit you with my Jeep Grand Cherokee.
They
Yeah.
don't
And he looks at her and
name
goes,
drop.
"Huh." She's like, "Oh my god, your head is huge."
Can I take you out to dinner so you don't sue me or whatever the fuck?
Yeah.
Is that the principal?
Yeah.
And,
yeah, yeah.
and then they're eating at like this like dinner restaurant, right? And she's like, "Oh my god, you're just so funny." And he goes like, "Her." She's like, "Oh, I love it when you say that." And then
You're such a good listener.
yeah, and then the waiter comes by and it's Jeb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, little cameo.
And the like, are you finished? No, I think he's Swedish. That's stupid shit. Yeah.
Okay, that's funny. That's funny.
That's like the entirety of that plot line, by the way. Like nothing else happens to that
He
plot
just
line.
takes the village down to
Until the end credit scene.
Yeah. So they end up going there. They go to the Woodland Mansion. That's where Steve and the garbage man and the kid go. Like, whoa!
They forgot about the mine shaft they went to.
Oh yeah.
So they go to the mine shaft, and then the kid is like, "What are we doing here?" And then Jason, I went to go pee. So what happened when they first entered the mine shaft?
When they first entered the mine shaft, they go there, and Steve shows them their stash of the diamonds and everything on there. And he's like, "Whoa, thanks, man. This is awesome." And the kid starts getting pissed off. He's like, "Dude, why are you taking us to go get diamonds, man? My sister could be dead right now, and we're going here instead of the Woodland Mansion. We're wasting time."
Okay.
And then he's like, "You know what? I'm a fucking loser."
He's like, you know why I wanted to come here? Because I'm a fucking loser, dude. I have no friends. I'm poor. I have a failing business. My life fucking sucks, dude. That's like exactly what he says.
He gives the kid a reality check. He gave him a fucking reality check. Hey,
He's like, "Grow the fuck up, kid. I need this money."
My sister fucked your sister. I need a bag.
And then Malgosha. Oh yeah, she kills General Chungus, by the way, because he failed.
Oh.
So he's like, "Oh no, I'm sorry, man," like, or whatever the fuck. So she's like, "Okay, we're gonna send in the fucking beast or whatever." They send in this fucking
Like Dark Souls boss of a piglin.
yeah, it's like
to the
this
overworld.
giant fucking like
Unit.
Yeah, like boss-sized piglin starts chasing them through the fucking mines. Steve's like, "No, we gotta use the fucking powered minecart rails," and they fucking use the minecart rails and it fucking boosts them and ever. And then they end up in his creeper farm. They end up in Steve's creeper farm, and then they fucking can't
Jason
boost.
Momoa, like, why the fuck would you want to farm these?
They end up stuck, so they're like, "Oh, we gotta fucking like move or whatever the fuck." So they fucking ignite the creepers, boost ahead, and then I think it kills the thing when
Yeah.
they get away. They get out, and then somehow they end up going to the Woodland Mansion. I think they had the map. I can't remember what exactly it was, but they end up going to the Woodland Mansion. They get to the Woodland Mansion. And when
Make
they're
a
there,
plan where they're like, "Oh yeah, so the second floor has like to do with the axes, and the third floor is guarded with an Enderman."
yeah, the second floor's got the Vindicator, and the first floor's got the Vexes, like shit like that. Like they say they say it in the Jack Black way every single time.
Okay.
So they're like, "Okay, we're gonna distract them on this floor while you sneak up there and you get the fucking crystal from up there and like all that shit, right?" Basically. So they go there and they start playing the saxophone for the fucking the Vindicators and everything to distract them.
Minecraft saxophones.
Minecraft
They're
saxophones.
blockified.
And then they end up getting kidnapped. They get thrown in the chicken jockey
They get
ring.
thrown in like this like little fighting ring in the basement.
Yeah, they
and
get
then
thrown.
Jason Momoa's like, "Oh yeah, I could totally do this. I throw whatever at me." And then there's a
He's like,
chicken.
"I hit my
He's
macros
like,
today."
he's like, "Wait, I gotta fight that thing." It's like, okay. And then like there's a crate, and then you hear like the little baby zombie drop, and he goes like, and then Jack Flag goes, "Chicken jockey, absolute cinema, absolute cinema."
Absolute cinema. And the people in our crowd started cheering too. They were applauding at that
It
shit.
wasn't as crazy as the ones you see online, but yeah, people were like,
Yeah, they were fucking
I
cheering.
was saying
over that
every
shit.
single thing with like the movie. By the way, like at the beginning of the movie, I went like Flint and Steel.
Yeah.
The Nether, like a frame perfect.
The people next to us were too. Like
yeah,
a
and
bunch
then,
of people in our
I was
theater
sitting next to an actual kid, and he was like amused with me.
Yeah.
And then Nas was next to me, and then by the time the chicken jockey thing, and I went chicken jockey like at the exact same time. Nas
Yeah.
is like, "Dude, have you seen this movie before?" That's literally what he was like, "Dude, have you already seen this movie?"
I think I heard that. You're like, "Dude, no, I just saw the trailer."
Yeah, I was like, "No, I just watched the trailer. I was like, "No, I just know the memes."
And then meanwhile, the kid's up there. The Enderman fucking stares at the kid, right?
Okay.
And then he gets like in a trance. And he starts hallucinating. He sees Jack Black with all white eyes. He sees all of his other people. And
Is that a Hero Brian reference? Yes or no?
Apparently, it wasn't supposed to be.
People
But he was the only one with white eyes, and everybody else had purple eyes.
Apparently, it was a rendering mistake. They just didn't render it as purple on
It's a
accident.
sign. It's a sign.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it had to be on purpose.
Somebody
There's no
messed
way.
up on purpose.
Yeah, that had to be.
sequel.
But basically, it was like all the people in his life, like, "You're a fucking loser. You're never gonna amount to anything. You're fucking weak and poor.
You're
and
weird,
dumb.
dude."
Yeah, that's what they said. They're like, "You're weird, man.
Yeah.
You're weird."
You need to leave.
And then he was like, "Oh no!" And then he grabs the fucking Earth crystal, and then he 1v1s the Enderman and wins.
He closes, the kid.
Oh.
He closes his eyes and just starts swinging an axe.
Yeah.
And then he stun locks the Enderman, so it dies, and he gets
Yeah.
an Ender Pearl.
Then he digs straight down and ends up landing in the chicken jockey ring or whatever the fuck, and then he helps them get away, and they all run out. And then they the fucking piglins catch up to them at the bridge in front of the Woodland Mansion. They're riding their ghasts and everything, and they fucking start you know all this shit. And then the garbage man's like, "No, I don't amount to anything in the real world, kid. You have something to live for." So he fucking sacrifices himself and lets the kid and Jack Black ride on the gas to escape, and they get away.
slime cube.
Jack Black fucking like drops a slime cube. He's like, okay, it was block of slime.
Like a slime cube or something like that. And
Yeah, they fucking like jump off the fucking slime cube, ran right at the gas and get away and everything.
So does Jishmo would die or like?
Yeah, so he fucking explodes the gas and then he dies and like all this stuff and the kid gets away. And then they all meet up back at the fucking village. They're like, oh,
they're like planning their final. No, it was in the mushroom house, which just so happened to be right outside the village. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They get to the mushroom house where the fucking like the sister and everything are, and then when they're there, they're like, "Oh, we got to make this plan to stop Malgosha. She has the
And then
fucking
there's a giant nether portal that opens up, and then
yeah." I
all
think
start coming
because
out.
they got the Earth crystal back from them
Yeah.
on the bridge, basically, and. Yeah, they go through. They do like the fucking Avengers movie, shoot the beam into the sky thing on this big ass nether portal,
And then it makes the sky gray and everything looks scary, and it's like
yeah, it's like,
raining.
oh no, what's going on? So they go through, they make this plan where they build a bunch of iron golems, right? They build one special iron golem.
The boots of like swiftness.
Yeah, with boots of swiftness. So it's like a iron golem with super speed.
It can fly or something.
But it only uses the super speed like twice.
Yeah.
Like usually it's just like a normal ass iron golem. Like it's walking at the same speed as all the other iron golems, which whatever the fuck. And then like the one with like the animal sanctuary shit, she goes to the woods and chains a whole bunch of wolves, and the wolves help them in the fight, like all this other stuff, right? They end up doing this big like Avengers Endgame battle. It's like, whoa, the Avengers Endgame, whoa.
Okay.
All this stuff happens. And then the kid, he's like, oh, I got this Ender Pearl from when I killed that Enderman earlier.
So he puts it in the gun and he shoots it.
Yeah. He puts it in the dot launcher, shoots it to the top of the thing where they have like the end crystal. And then out of nowhere, the fucking like the beast comes back, like the big ass pig thing, and comes back and starts trying to grab him. And then out of nowhere, the garbage man comes back. He comes swooping in on a gas and he fucking shoots it. He goes, yeah, the garbage man's back, baby. Yeah, garbage man.
Yeah, if you tickle their tentacles, they shoot the fireballs. Like, how'd you find that out? You don't want to know.
Okay, he's kind of freaky.
So they do all that shit, and then they fucking they end up fucking getting the crystal or whatever the fuck. They save the day, and then it's like Malgosha is on top of the thing. Steve is standing there in full enchanted diamond armor, very badass looking, by the way. I gotta say, he fucking rocks that look.
He was missing the pants.
Yeah,
Oh, just torso up.
torso, boots, and hat and helmet.
Okay.
They're standing there, and then like they're fucking, you know, the sun's out now because the crystal's gone, and then now the crystal's gone, all the piglins start zombifying, and Malgosha's sitting there. She's like, "No, Steve, I have something to tell you." He's like, "I'm not like you," like all this other stuff. He's like, "No, come here, I have something to tell you." He's like, "Okay."
He's like, no, you're just gonna pull out a knife and stab me. She's like, no, I promise. And he goes up to her. She tries to stab me. And he like slaps it out of her hand. He's like, come on. And
She's like, no.
And then he starts walking. And then she starts walking away again. And she's like, no, like for real. I need to tell you something. He's like, you have a second knife, don't you? He's like, no, I would never do that. That sounds so stupid. And then he walks up to her. He's like, what? She starts to stab him again. And he slaps it out of her hands.
It literally does it like 4 times.
Yeah.
It's like not even like 3 times. Like it's like 4 times. So they do that same thing. And then she's like, oh, okay. And he just like walks off for real.
Shit,
That
out of
time.
knives.
So they definitely made it like they hammed it up. They tried to make it as like cartoony as possible.
And then all of them start leaving for the overworld, like the Earth. And then Steve's like, no, like they're all like, Steve, you should come with us to the real world. Like we could really use some of your creativity in the real world out there, you know, all this other stuff. And then he's like, no, there's not a place for me out there, but like all this other shit. And then like they all leave, and then Steve like thinks about it. He's like, fuck it, and he like leaves through the portal and go back. And then it's like Jason Momoa's store was popping, like it got really successful.
Him and Jack
really
Black
popular.
started a band and they sung Jack Black music.
And then they made Street Fighter, but with Minecraft, and it got really popular. And they made a lot of money.
Do they explain how the store got popular, or he just like got
because they made Street Fighter, but with Minecraft.
Oh, I see.
And it was like the home of
And
the
there's a band.
store. What you said?
There's a band.
Yeah, they had the band there, and then they're like, "Wow, the kid made the jetpack, and this time it actually worked."
And then the older sister had a new martial arts school where she teaches kids how to fight like in Minecraft.
Yeah, she made like a self-defense school, and they had like the mannequin she was stabbing had like a piglin head made out of leather or whatever the fuck.
Okay.
And then
Let me show you guys what I did in the war.
yeah, what did the real estate agent do? Like, did she like?
She got a farm.
Okay,
Yeah,
smart lady.
like an actual like petting zoo.
Yeah. And then that was pretty much
They
it.
should have put Minecraft animals in the petting zoo, and that's why
Yeah.
it's like booming.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Oh yeah, because they just sent Dennis back to the real world. Like it's just like one of their dogs now.
Okay,
Yeah,
But like the petting zoo she had, it just had normal animals in it.
yeah,
But they were like what just did the Minecraft llamas?
yeah. And then the
mid credit scene. John and Oz walk out for this one, but I was
yeah,
still
I
watching.
really had to fucking piss.
And then it's her. It's the principal, right? And then she's like, I don't know who she's talking to, but then the villager is with her, and he turns around and goes, "I love you. From the very day we met, I knew it was meant to be. Will you marry me?" And she's like, "Oh my God, yes." Yes. There's like the Minecraft hearts.
Yeah.
And by the way, the villager is fucking talking in like a British accent.
yeah.
And then apparently her ex-husband was the art teacher, or like the gym art teacher from like, the beginning of the movie.
For the kid.
I actually recorded the end credit scene.
No! No!
That was the mid-credit scene. And then the post-credit scene is Steve going back to his old house. But, you know, they cleared it out because I guess he got evicted after when he was gone in Minecraft for so long. So he knocks on the door, and then the door opens. And, like, you don't really see this person, but you see the back of their head. And it's a woman with orange hair. So
And
then
a green
everybody,
shirt.
Yeah, everybody in the theater is going, "Oh, my God, guys, it's Alex, it's Alex." And then Nas, who has never played Minecraft, by the way, looks at me. He goes, "Who the fuck is Alex?"
He's like, here's some kind of inside things. Like, what the fuck are you
And then I looked
talking?
at it, and then I looked at it, and I was like, "If you played the game, you would know."
And then it's basically just Steve moves in with Alex. That's the post-credit scene.
Some broke homeless dude's like, hey, I used to live here.
Yeah,
Can I crash
basically.
on your couch? And she's like, fuck it, bro.
Yeah, why not? But that was basically the whole movie.
You know what? Thank y'all for explaining that, because that just sounds like I would sit through and laugh and then never watch again.
I'm really
Yeah.
glad there are people that just having a good time in the theater. It wasn't like a dead, quiet theater.
Yeah,
that
that's
sounds so boring.
God, that would suck.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it was definitely a fun experience to go to that movie theater. But God,
I'm
that
glad
movie was
everybody.
bad.
I'm glad everybody in that theater was shitting on it with us.
Yeah, no, that movie was bad.
Yeah,
It's
Honestly,
making a shit ton of money though.
$4 billion, yeah. But when I think about it, okay, it's either Endgame, no, it's either Infinity War or Spider-Man No Way Home that I remember had the best like theater vibes.
Probably Endgame.
Endgame?
Definitely Endgame.
Nothing will ever top my Endgame experience. Like opening
Yeah,
night.
I think Infinity War is definitely a better movie than Endgame. But
Endgame is better.
When,
on
when
the
the
first
portal
viewing.
scene in Endgame happened, people were losing their shit.
Endgame is
Yeah.
like undoubtedly better in the first viewing. Like it's just
Yes.
peak. Like
when Captain America picked up the fucking hammer,
I had shivers on my spine. I was like, yes, yes.
everyone was fucking popping off like crazy
Yeah,
when that shit
yeah,
happened.
yeah,
like that was
And
definitely
it wasn't like ironic like with the Minecraft movie.
No.
It was like
Yeah.
we deserved like this was earned.
Dude, when the
Yeah.
snap happened, the theater was dead silent. Everyone was like,
Yeah.
"Yo." Like
That was crazy.
People were
Yeah.
emotion.
Crying.
Yeah, there
Like-
were actual adults.
Yeah, there was this
crying.
kid next to there's this grown ass woman next to me crying when Peter Parker died. I was like, what the fuck?
I don't feel so good, Mr. No.
I didn't really give a shit in Infinity War, but
I mean, I care, but like
Endgame-
you still-
I knew
you
they were gonna come back. Yeah,
So like,
I didn't really care. But like when
Endgame
Iron Man
did.
perished, I was like, "Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
that's it. He's
No,
never
because I
gonna come
remember
back." And
he
came
had that
back.
scene with his dad, and I was going through some shit. He finally got to talk to
Yeah.
his dad, work some shit out, and he's like, he made that conscious decision, like, yeah, I'm gonna die to save my daughter. I was
Yeah.
like, yo.
I know it's probably not going to, but I really hope that Doomsday and Secret Wars hit the same.
They haven't done it in the
I don't know if
build-up.
they can hit the
They
same.
haven't
I just
done
hope
it in
they're
the-
good.
They haven't done it in the build-up.
Yeah.
That was like 10 years to get to that point. We grew up with that shit.
Well, this is like everything though.
Nigga, what is everything? The Eternals, they barely talk about that. They fucking...
Well, this also has like the X-Men
X-Men.
shit tied into it.
so
It's
we
got,
get
like, the-
one Fantastic Four movie, one Thunderbolts, and then we're in fucking Endgame, or like Infinity War Part 1.
pretty much.
That
yeah.
nigga is not going to work.
I think it can.
I'm with Alphonso on this. I don't think it's gonna
I
hit.
think if they're long enough to where they can like reintroduce a lot of the older characters and stuff, that it can still work.
But I don't think people have that attachment to the Fox universe that they did with the MCU.
Not
for
necessarily,
sure.
but I think there's been a lot of like theories about this stuff, and I think a lot of it like can work really well depending on how.
Wait,
they tie
Doomsday
it
is
in.
the last one, and then
I
Secret
hope
Wars-
it's good.
Doomsday is the first one. Secret Wars is the
I
second
really highly doubt it's gonna hit the same as Endgame.
one. Do you care if I go over any like rumor
No, I
type
don't-
stuff?
I don't
Because
care.
I don't think any of
Talk
that's,
your
like,
shit,
confirmed.
John. We're actually really interested.
So there's a couple of different things that I've seen that were like rumored to be in the movie or whatever. One of them is they are bringing back all of the original Avengers in the movie.
In Secret Wars.
In Doomsday. Basically, what they said is that Doom has his own Avengers team.
Because he's a different dimension Doom.
He has like his own evil version of Captain America as like Captain Hydra. They have like an evil version of Black Widow, evil version of Thor, evil version of the Hulk or whatever the fuck. And that could be like what they're fighting or whatever.
No evil Iron Man?
Well, that would be Doom.
Because he's played by...
So that's their play. They're not going to have him like play two different actors?
Yeah.
Or two different characters?
They should make...
Well, I guess they would for Thor and like the Hulk. But everyone else is dead.
They should make Chris Evans Bob, the Hydra agent.
Well, he's played Captain Hydra. Like, there's been a Captain Hydra in the comics. That was just Captain America in a different universe. So that's what they said. Like, he'd probably be.
Okay.
But I feel like if the movies are like both 4 hours long.
No, they couldn't be. There's no way you're gonna get someone to watch 4 hours. Maybe 3 hours. Was
Yeah,
Endgame,
you
right?
could.
3
You
hours
definitely
is
could.
probably
Snyder
the
cut.
max. Huh?
Snyder cut.
The Snyder Cut's 4 hours.
Yeah.
Do a lot of people like the Snyder cut?
Yes.
I fucking love the Snyder cut.
The Snyder Cut's great.
Well, that's because I feel like everyone was saying like the base movie was too underdeveloped. So
Well,
It wasn't underdeveloped. It was just bad. It could have been the same length and still been fine.
Okay.
It was just bad. Like, it was just not a good movie.
Gotcha. Because my understanding of Snyder Cut was just that they added more scenes to where like things just made more sense in context.
Yeah. Because look, Endgame is a 3 hour long
movie. Yeah.
It's like just over 3 hours.
Yeah.
I think that if you have an extra hour, you can definitely flesh that shit out. Because I mean, you have to like reintroduce a lot of characters, which is a lot, but I think you can do it.
I just think where like my main concern is that what do you have preceding that and where is the investment? You have to literally stake 2 hours of that movie has to just be building stakes. And then 1 hour has to be like getting to the point of no return. And the final hour is literally the resolution of those stakes.
Well,
that's a pretty
it's 2
high
movies.
ask.
You don't even have to have the resolution in 4 hours.
It's the part 1, part 2? That's how it's working?
I mean, it's basically how it is.
Oh, I thought...
Because, I mean, Infinity War and Endgame was originally two.
Are they doing
part one,
Doomsday
part
and
two.
Secret Wars? Yeah.
My understanding was Doomsday and Secret Wars were two separate entities.
So
That's what
you
I
know
was-
how Infinity War and Endgame take place like immediately after each other?
Yeah, so it's like back to back.
Yeah. So there's Doomsday, right? And then you have 3 movies, and then you have Secret Wars.
Do you remember the 3 movies are by
No.
chance? Okay.
But like everyone's saying that those 3 movies actually take place after Doomsday and before Secret Wars.
So those are your filler.
So technically, you have like a whole story arc. It's not really just like it's like its own phase. Basically, is what it is. So you have like an entire phase to tell the story.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I say if you do some shit like that, then like you can pull that off really well.
I mean, look, if they have the Daredevil writers like that same level of quality, yes.
I mean, they brought back the Russo brothers to direct it and everything.
They fired them?
Well, I mean,
They just kind of parted ways.
yeah,
after
they're just doing their own
Oh.
thing.
Oh, this is like, we need you, bro.
They said they didn't want to do it anymore. And then they said that the story was so good they decided to come back. It was probably that or like money, but one or the other.
Or
But
both.
they're like, yeah, we originally didn't want to do this or whatever. Because so apparently what happened was Robert Downey Jr. was already like agreed to come back as Doctor Doom like years ago. And then like they asked the Russo brothers to direct it and they said no.
Okay.
Because they didn't have an idea for how to make it work.
Yeah.
Then I forget who the writer is for the movie, but the writer made a script for the movie that they really fucking liked. They said that like they didn't want Robert Downey Jr. to be Doctor Doom unless there was like a really, really, really good reason for it. And supposedly there's a really, really, really good reason to have him be
Putting
Doctor
a lot
Doom.
of stock in this guy. Hopefully it's good.
Yeah. I heard, I saw this YouTube video the other day, and they had like a really interesting theory about it. And I don't know how I feel about it.
Let me hear it.
So basically, like, you know how a lot of people are saying that like Doctor Doom is going to be like a Tony Stark variant, right?
Variant, yeah.
Yeah, like that's what a lot of people are saying, like, oh, they're probably just going to make him a Tony Stark variant, blah, 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 blah. So instead, what his theory was Doctor Doom is not a Tony Stark variant. Tony Stark is a Doctor Doom variant. In every other universe, he is actually Doctor Doom. And basically what happened was he was adopted as a kid. Like he was actually Victor Von Doom and he was adopted by the Starks as a child. And something about his upbringing made him become like a hero instead of Doctor Doom.
Probably his relationship with his father. That's probably the most pivotal thing, at least with the MCU, Tony. We know that his father...
Abusive?
Yeah, that his father like made him like cold, but he also made him like have a sense of like not duty, but a sense of like a creator's passion, like an engineer's passion. That's what his father gave him. So I wonder if like this new Howard kind of was Doom like inherently evil. I know the maker is Doom, so I don't know all the Doom. So I don't know. Was he born inherently evil?
I wouldn't even say Doom is like inherently evil.
True neutral.
Probably.
If I'm putting him on like a D&D character chart, I would go like lawful neutral.
Okay, lawful neutral.
He has an ego. That's like the main thing with Doctor Doom.
Yeah, I know that's what.
But I don't think like having an ego makes you evil.
Well, like his ego is like,
I will cure you just to prove I can cure you, then give you that cancer again.
well, his ego is like, the universe should be the way I want it to be. You know what I mean?
But that's the thing though, is that he's actually like Doom's like low-key kind of right, because if you look at Latveria, they have like the highest like
Latveria is like the happiest country in the world.
happiest country in the world.
Yeah.
They have like the highest life expectancy, lowest mortality rate. Like they fucking cured cancer. It's like all this shit.
This is the country that he's the dictator of.
Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Like not even just ruler, he's the dictator. Like he's literally he took over.
Okay. So he feels like he has some precedent to say, yeah, I can do this shit on a larger scale.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's like, that's like his main thing is like, if it wasn't for like his rivalry with like Mr. Fantastic, he probably wouldn't even be like evil. Like his like his ego just like kind of drives him over the edge. And
He can't
because
be
he
the
has the
second
rivalry,
smartest person in the room.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's kind of what I got from the Maker series, is that he just does not like being second to anybody.
That's honestly my biggest concern with like Doomsday and Secret Wars is that they're not setting up like Doctor Doom enough beforehand.
No, I mean, they're just dropping him after fucking Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Hopefully the Fantastic Four is a post, like, because I feel like Doom has to exist in their timeline. Hopefully they give us a little bit of Robert Downey in like a little post-credit scene or some shit.
But that's kind of my thing is like, I don't think a post-credit scene is enough to set him up.
I mean, shit, nigga, that's all you got before you see him for the first time in Doomsday.
Yeah.
I will be your Doom, and then more credits roll.
Yeah, because I mean, we only have one movie before the Fantastic Four, and it's
And that's
Thunderbolts.
And Thunderbolts, I don't think will mention anything about Robert.
I've
Doom.
heard that supposedly Thunderbolts ends directly before Doomsday.
Interesting. So they
I don't
fight
know.
Sentry, then get the next Avengers level threat. Interesting.
I don't know. I don't know exactly how it works, but
I mean, it could be like within like a couple of days to like a week.
the movie, before the movie ends, there's a big blue laser in the sky.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, what is that?
What is that?
And then the Fantastic
Cuts to
Four
black.
just magically pop in, and then you get Doom. Oh, I didn't even think about how they're gonna like merge the Fantastic Four universe into the mainline MCU.
I'm pretty.
Well, if you look at the chalkboard drawings in the trailer, it's about Reed Richards trying to travel across the multiverse.
Oh, that's what he's trying to
yeah,
do.
like
Okay,
he
then
wrote
that
like a
makes-
wormhole on there. It's like different universe ?
I'm pretty
All
sure
needed.
I know what it is. It's probably going to be like their universe gets destroyed.
Or is going to be destroyed, so they want to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because the Galactus is like what I mean. Threat.
Yes,
Galactus
there
is
was
the
a
main
Silver
villain.
Surfer in there. So maybe they lose and they just kind of take refuge in the new one.
But like that's kind of my thing is like why would they leave to a whole other universe
Instead
instead
of
of just
fight,
going to
to
another
get
planet?
help.
I guess.
Oh yeah, they could have gotten. Imagine just
Yeah.
like Galactus here. Might as well leave all these people to die. Fuck them.
Maybe Galactus is from a different universe and him being there causes an incursion.
Ooh, like an invasive species.
I guess. I don't know.
Because Galactus, from what I've seen in his depictions, he can be evil, but usually he's just like he was born with the universe.
He's a force of nature.
yeah, he's a force of nature.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, it's basically he's like, yeah, I want food. But I think that kind of has to be it. Like their universe gets destroyed and they end up getting stranded in the MCU.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's kind of my whole thing is Galactus wouldn't destroy the entire fucking universe.
He needs something to eat and something to like crave. You know, he wouldn't just make himself starve.
So there has to be like something else going on there.
yeah.
But I don't.
But
I don't know what's
Silver
gonna, like,
Surfer
tie
only
into
tells
all
you,
that.
hey, you only have like 72 hours to make peace with your god before he gets hungry. So
Yeah.
that's all his job is.
I'm still pretty confident they're going to reboot everything after Secret Wars as well.
Dude, if they actually make the Maker storyline in the mainline MCU, I think that would be peak.
I don't think they would.
I'm just saying, I
There's no Reed Richards. You can't do it.
They just brought him in.
Yeah, you can't have a Reed Richards you just introduced to make him the Maker.
Well, I guess he's evil now.
Yeah. Dude gets one movie and becomes a villain. Like, damn.
Yeah, it was all one bad day. One bad day, nigga. But I don't know.
I'd rather have an actual good Fantastic Four series first. Before
Also, it wasn't
getting
one
the
bad
Maker.
day that made the maker.
It was a shitty life.
Yeah, it was
It's
just
like
like
an awful,
the worst
god-awful
possible
life.
outcome Reed Richards could have had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would like a good series of Fantastic Four movies before like even thinking about getting the Maker.
I liked looking at their thing. I was like the CGI and the thing because I played the thing in Marvel Rivals, so I was like,
Yeah.
that's a pretty good thing.
Yeah, I like the way he looks.
Yeah. With the little needle.
Yeah, it's clobbering time, guys.
Hey guys, I'm gonna clobber you. I don't. Is there anything that you like specifically would want them to change in like a rebooted MCU?
Yeah, I definitely
Yeah, definitely.
like. Are we starting from like the beginning, or are we just saying like start like just picking up from like right where we left off?
I feel like with a reboot, they'd kind of like pick and choose what to keep and what to leave.
I would definitely want like a Miles Morales Spider-Man introduction personally, because I think not only is the anime series good, but like we were talking about this earlier, I just think like giving him more mainstream attention would be pretty cool, because I do like that character. And I think you could do a lot. Well, like they do a lot with Spider-Man, but they don't do enough with the variants of Spider-Man. I would even mind if they did like a fucking like Spider-Verse show where you just had like some like the variants just kind of fucking around in like the Spider Society.
There's
and, like,
so much
solve-
Spider-Verse shit out there. I don't know.
There's a lot. I feel like there's only one.
Yeah, I don't
really?
know.
I thought they don't have 2 movies. What is out there?
The 2 movies, pretty much every like game they do and stuff ties into the Spider-Verse somehow.
I literally am only
Every
like a movie
like
watcher.
Every
ultimate-
show ends up doing the fucking
yeah,
Spider-Verse shit.
multiverse
Really?
thing.
I did not
they,
know
they,
that.
they have like a
Yeah.
3-episode special or whatever.
There's like a Spider-Verse comic every year now. Like pretty much are
Oh,
always
so they
doing
kind of.
it.
I didn't know they overplayed it, and
Yeah.
I just know from like the movie perspective, I've only seen those 2.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing for me is probably the Hulk.
They should redo the Hulk.
Like
I prefer him being a not like being a I liked him having to be like a Jackal Hyde. We has to work with 2
I
personalities.
want like a
Not-
proper just like Hulk and Wolverine rivalry.
yeah.
On the
That'd be
big
kind of
screen.
cool. I just don't like the guy handing you a burrito like, hey.
Honestly,
Yes.
I think it would be pretty cool if like they introduce the new Wolverine in a Hulk movie
And they fought each other.
or
That'd be
something like
cool.
that. But I know they technically can't make Hulk movies or whatever the fuck the
Well,
rights
do the
are.
inverse. Put Hulk in a Wolverine movie.
Yeah, you could do that
Yeah.
too. Like reintroduce a new version of the Hulk, like with a new actor or something like that, where he's like more
The
monstrous
Green
again.
Beast or some shit, or the Purple Grimace.
Just call him the Hulk. What the fuck are you talking about?
You can't call him the Hulk. I thought it was a legal
You know,
thing.
there's an MCU.
There's still Hulk in the MCU.
Oh.
Did you know that there is a purple version of the Hulk named the Freak? It's actually in the What If show. It's
Is he
Happy
freaky?
Hogan. Yeah,
Is he freaky?
is the Freak.
Is he freaky?
He eats ass and sucks toes. Of course, he's
Oh
the
my
Freak.
God, Happy!
Yeah, you know what he did with Aunt May.
I know he was flirting with Storm with Aunt May.
I don't know. Like, I feel like they should like bring back Iron Man and stuff too. Like, it'd be weird not to have an Iron Man in a new rebooted MCU.
I don't know if they're gonna get Tony though, but yeah, it could be a different guy.
You still have Tony, but like, just make him.
I mean,
not-
Robert Downey, not
Yeah,
Tony.
just like
Should
different
make him
actor.
Tom Cruise.
Wow. I would just make him a kid. Make him like a
Iron
Like
Lad.
the Invincible Iron Man show.
yeah. Do that or do like how they
Or no,
did it.
Armored Adventures.
Yeah. Do that or like have it like how he is like the new Ultimate comic where he's like Iron Lad instead of Iron Man, like that type of thing. They could do that because I mean, there's no reason not to have like an Iron Man and like a Steve Rogers and stuff in there. You know what I mean?
That'd be cool.
I'm not a.
I
don't
would
wanna
like. I would actually like more Captain America World War II stuff,
I think that'd be pretty cool.
and then you could throw in other
Like-
heroes in
Like
World War
niche
II.
heroes and shit like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
like put in like Namor and Wolverine.
Ooh,
and shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, Wolverine in World War II. That'd be fucking sick with Captain America.
gotta kill the Nazis.
I don't know. Do like make a new team and they're just in World War II. It's like a crossover.
Yeah, it
thing.
could be not like
Because
a
I mean,
Suicide
they
Squad,
did
but-
have that back in
Yeah.
the day. It was like Captain America, the Human Torch, Namor, like a couple of other
Yes,
people.
I Namor.
I mean, he's one of Marvel's oldest characters.
He
Like, he's been
is.
around for
Yeah,
a
he's
long
older
time.
than
Human Torch was in
Aquaman.
World War II.
It wasn't Johnny. It was like the android version.
Oh,
But there was like a Human Torch before Johnny back in the day.
The human vape.
Pretty much, yeah. It seems like John or some shit. I don't remember what the fuck he was.
I kind of want to see what they're gonna do with the Tom Holland Venom. That is something I'm like actually kind of excited to
I
see.
feel like they have to introduce the black suit in like Secret Wars or Doomsday.
They already-
Probably Secret Wars.
They okay. I am saying that just because I know Venom is in the mainline MCU and they're a hive mind. Do you think it's gonna happen? But I think it's gonna happen with his new solo movie. That's what I think. I don't think. I think it's gonna happen in this
it's
movie.
called Brand New Day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brand New Day. So it might just be like him, like, learning how to cope.
So Brand New Day does take place in between Doomsday and Secret Wars.
Okay.
So it would be like on like Battle World or whatever they end up doing, like in between. You know what I mean?
Okay. No,
I think what they could end up doing is having Venom from the Sony movies in Secret Wars as well, and have him get the suit from him.
How did Venom 3 end?
I didn't see Venom 3.
I watched.
You were hyping that shit up so much. Too.
I still want to see it. I haven't gotten the chance to see it
I
yet.
watched the first. I really tried. I watched the first 15 minutes. I couldn't get through it.
I know how it ends just from memes and stuff.
Well, like, how does it end?
Venom goes away to his home planet.
Oh.
Like Eddie doesn't have Venom anymore. Oh. You never saw that meme of like him going, "So long, buddy."
No.
And it's like he's like, "So long, buddy. It's been great knowing you," or something like that. And like zooms in on his face, and in the background you just hear, "Memories bring back, memories bring back."
Wait, is that actually?
Yeah, it's a song that plays
That's in the movie.
Yes.
I just know the fucking Venom horse meme. That's the one I know.
The Vorse. Yeah.
We're so fast. Look, because that's exactly why I stopped watching in the movie. I was like, okay.
So I think they could like reintroduce that exact same symbiote and just give it to Tom Holland.
Hello, Peter.
Well, because I know Tom Hardy's done playing like Eddie and Venom now, so you can just have him still be Venom, but in the Tom Holland movies instead of the Venom movies.
Yeah.
Just have him be like the voice in Tom Holland's head instead of in Eddie's head. I think you could do that. That'd probably work.
Honestly, it'd be kind of fun having like Peter go, "What the fuck are you talking about? Eat the brains, Peter. Come on, open them up."
You could do something like that. And then, I don't know, like they haven't used Mac Gargan yet, like the Scorpion.
Who the fuck is Mac Gargan?
He was in Spider-Man Homecoming. It's a Scorpion.
Scorpion.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, he was asked, "Do you know who that
They can make a
bitch
Venomized
is?"
Scorpion.
Yeah. Because, I mean, he becomes Venom for a while in the comics. He's like,
Oh, that's sick.
he's like
He's one of the Venom hosts.
he's like the most evil one, too.
Besides Carnage?
Well, he's like his own thing, but yeah, like for Venom hosts, like he's probably like, he's just a straight up serial killer.
The Woat.
Yeah. Pretty much. So I mean, they can still bring him back and then just have him not become Scorpion, just become Venom instead, if they wanted to. But I think it'd be weird not to have him be Scorpion first.
Okay.
Since he is Scorpion, I don't know. I still want to see some kind of Agent Venom thing too at some point.
That's when he's like, he's like white, I think, or is he like the symbiote killer? I forget.
No, he's
It's like Venom.
Flash Thompson is in the military and he loses both of his legs. So the U.S. government is like, yeah, we got this prototype weapon, and he gives him the symbiote and becomes Agent Venom. It's just
Basically Venom but Punisher.
yeah.
Like uses guns and shit.
Oh shit, that's kind of cool.
I think you can do something like that.
Not with our Flash Thompson though.
No, we can. Just have him
Get
get
fucking
hard.
dorky Indian kid with a perm.
Yeah. Say he went to MIT and he dropped out because his grades were too bad. He was partying too hard, so he had to join the military to like
That would actually
Gives-
be like
do
the
something with his
most
life.
explainable way to do that.
That's what I'm saying. I've always said they should do it that way. Just have him like fucking do that. He ends up going to the war. He ends
That's
up becoming
fine.
washed
but
out.
I just don't see like the actor.
I mean, he's gonna be wearing a Venom suit the entire time. It doesn't matter. You're not gonna see his face. He's not gonna have legs. It's not gonna matter.
I'm really like that 3-movie gap. If there's like, if I'm to quote Morse code, if there's at least one stinker in there, I'm not gonna be happy.
I think there's a lot that I really think, I don't know like how long necessarily they would be, but if at the very least, they don't both have to be 4 hours. If it's like 3 hours and 3.5 hours or something, like they gotta be long ass movies.
No, you have to tell so. That's why I'm like, you have to tell so much in a short amount. Like, how long was Thor Ragnarok? I felt like a complete story, like beginning, middle,
Thor
end.
Ragnarok's the shortest MCU movie.
But you see how it felt like a complete story, like through
Yeah.
and through. It was like, okay, you're starting here. You gave us like the exposition.
Yeah.
You gave us our like funny bits, but you also gave us a story. Like you understood the Valkyries.
Yeah.
You understood why he's on. It wasn't like the collector's planet.
Yeah.
What's some more like decent length? Because that is pretty. I don't want to say Infinity War Endgame again. What's another one? Just like it was like.
Because I mean, Endgame feels long.
Endgame does feel long.
Infinity War does not feel long at all, but Endgame does.
No, because honestly, Infinity War feels like a fucking like a blink and you'll miss it movie. It's like the
Infinity
longest
War is
sequence.
just constantly moving
Yeah, it's
nonstop.
literally just a whole bunch of movie parts. Like, okay, you start in space, you meet the Guardians, and then you're like, okay, now we're on Titan,
Okay.
and then the B team splits up.
Imagine that for 4 hours straight. Like imagine
That was hype, though.
Imagine you don't have a single lull for 4 fucking hours.
That was
straight.
hype, though. Dude. That's pretty fucking. Because it took them 2 hours to do that shit.
That's what I'm saying.
That was 2 hours of just okay.
2.5.
We're going.
Yeah.
We're going here. We're doing this, and then you just get to this big fucking war in the last 30 minutes. Like, holy hell, what the fuck?
Imagine that for 4 fucking hours.
they might be back. If they pull that off,
If they do like a
might be
fucking
back.
Avengers versus X-Men thing in the beginning, and then they have to team up and fight the fucking evil Avengers or whatever the fuck like Doom's team is, and then at the very end, like they all team up and then they go fucking bum rush Doom all at the same time, and then they fail. And like you see a shit ton of people die, but they actually for real die. They don't get fucking snapped away. They get their fucking like heads ripped off, like shit like that. You know what I mean? Like you actually see like real, because I mean this is the end. If this is like
they're resetting the universe,
if they're dead ass resetting everything, then they can kill whoever they want.
yeah, it doesn't matter.
That's what I'm saying. So like that doesn't matter.
I mean, they already killed. It's so funny. Someone on fucking Instagram or some shit, like literally quoted fucking Black Widow saying, "I'll be back in like 2 seconds," and it was like last online 6 years ago. I was like, yeah.
Wait, that was her last words. Like, I'll see y'all in 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'll see you in 2 seconds. And she was like, no.
That's
No.
crazy.
Even her movie was like, no.
Yeah. I don't know, but like, even like you can see stuff like that with like Yelena seeing an evil Black Widow.
That'd be kind of cool.
You see, how,
That'd
like
be kinda
there's
cool.
ways you could do that.
That'd be kind of cool.
You have like a U.S. agent prove himself by fighting an evil version of Captain America, or like I don't know, like there's different ways you can pull all that off. You have like Loki get killed by an evil Thor. Yeah, like I think you can see shit like that like pulling off.
That would be kind of poetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but isn't he right now protecting the tree of the world or some shit? Or the,
Well, I mean, if Doom wants to,
Sacred timeline?
yeah, I
The
mean, if
sacred
Doom
timeline.
wants to rewrite everything, how is he gonna
probably
do it?
remove his. I was like,
I was like, he's gonna have to kill Loki.
oh my god, yeah.
Imagine Thor seeing Loki again.
He's like,
You son of a bitch.
He sees him die again.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm worried is gonna happen. Like, he's just gonna show up again. They're gonna reintroduce him. He's gonna have to watch him die like immediately right after.
see his neck fucking snap. Like, dude, oops, missed a spot.
That would kind of suck. Like, it would suck if like the entire purpose of like Loki
Thor
season 1 and
torture
2
porn.
was just to have Loki die again. That would kind of suck.
It's a different
The
Loki.
better Loki, like
It
a
is.
gooder Loki too, just dying for the sake
Yeah.
of plot.
It was a Loki that already got the chance to redeem himself and everything, because the other Loki didn't really get the opportunity
He
to do
literally
that.
just kind of said "fuck you" to his ex boss, and then like went out like a G to his brother. That was really it.
Yeah.
Like they bonded in Ragnarok, then he died in the next immediate movie.
And that takes place like 5 minutes after, too.
Literally 5
Yeah.
minutes. He just pulls up and like, oh, these niggas are in space. Okay, time to kill them.
Yeah. And I heard somewhere before that they were like looking into doing like a Who Framed Roger Rabbit type thing for the movie too.
Which movie?
For Doomsday and Secret Wars.
Okay.
Like basically having animated characters standing next to live action characters. And that's how they would do like Miles Morales and shit. Like they would actually be like CGI in the movie standing next
because
to
they're different dimensions. So
Yeah.
okay,
And it's just the art style from like where they're from.
That's
like
a little
kind of like in Across the Spider-Verse, Donald Glover was in it, but he was in live action.
Yeah.
Like that, but reverse.
Yeah. I would have to see how that's played out, because the reason why I worked in Spider-Verse, because when you did see live action shit, it didn't take you out. Like when you saw the Lego Peter Parker, like it wasn't like, okay, that's weird as fuck, they're just playing with
Because it's all
Legos.
animated, so it doesn't throw you off. They're all different art styles and everything.
Because even when you saw like fucking the Donald Glover Prowler, you're like, okay, whatever. Like,
I think it would work for a cameo.
it wouldn't be a good like full feature thing.
Yeah, like you can't
I
have Miles be a main character in it, but you just have him like in the background.
Yeah.
I think that would work.
Yeah.
The only thing that makes me think they might not do that now is because Beyond the Spider-Verse now comes out after Secret Wars.
2026, right?
Well, Secret Wars comes out 2027. And that's also when Beyond the Spider-Verse comes out, but Beyond the Spider-Verse comes
It
out
got pushed to
after.
2027?
Yeah.
Oh.
What's up, Danger? I am the Danger.
Damn, Shamik, you gotta be getting those lines done, man. You can't be freaking out your co-stars, bro.
No.
That's why it's delayed a year.
Shamik Moore.
What'd he say?
Oh my God, Shamik Moore, he gets to talk to Kate Bishop, and oh my God, that'd be fucking perfect. He gets to rizz up the ladies.
His shit was funny as fuck though. Imagine just like saying like, "Oh my God, I'm not in love with my coworker. I'm just saying like, I'm so happy for you." It's like, nigga, come on, you're being weird.
Yeah. I hope that movie's good.
Dude, they were doing so good with the first one, and then they really, honestly, they elevated this. Basically, I'll compare it to like Kung Fu Panda and Kung Fu Panda 2. Like the second movie built off the first one in a good, meaningful way. It didn't feel bad.
Yeah.
And so this third one, I'm really hoping they knock it out of the park.
Well, see, that's kind of my thing, because I feel like Into the Spider-Verse is legitimately a better movie than Across the Spider-Verse.
I feel like, not to say like this is like a critique, I feel like you hold introduction movies higher. No, but like not in a bad way, but like
It's not even that. Across the Spider-Verse just doesn't have an ending.
I
it just abruptly cuts off.
It's a part two. I mean, it's kind of how Infinity War ended. It's just like, okay, well, that happened.
Infinity War has an ending. It's just not.
I also like
ending.
Into the Spider-Verse a lot more than Across the
I mean,
Spider-Verse.
that's fair.
Like Infinity War has an ending. Thanos is the main character of that movie, and he accomplishes his goal.
I guess you say from that lens, yeah.
Yeah.
I just see more sense of like, some other shit's about to happen immediately after, and so that doesn't necessarily take me out of the movie because I know it's like
It does when the next one comes out 4 years later, 5 years later, however fucking long it's been.
Yeah, I mean that's a fair critique. No, yeah, that's a fair critique. You have to now guess and speculate what is going to happen immediately within the next 5 seconds, but it's been 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. For me, what I liked about it a little bit more than the first one was while it did lack in like character diversity, the first one had like a whole bunch of like an interesting cast and shit, and had like they balanced the characters well, like how Infinity War did it. The second one, I liked it more. The same way that I like Chainsaw Part 2 more in some ways is that the characters, the relationships that I liked, they expanded on.
Yeah.
And so I was able to like feel more invested in the movie. But it's a valid thing to say like, hey, I like the first one more because of XYZ.
I think the other thing with me too is like they have a lot of stuff to like kind of explain in the next one too. That I kind of get worried that it's not going to stick the landing.
Explain. All I know is that they need to just do the canon event and explain Evil Miles. What else am I missing?
Well, I mean, there's not really much to explain with Evil Miles. They already explained
It's just
that.
an alternate universe.
Oh yeah,
It's a version of Miles that didn't get the spider.
explain is like talk him out of not killing our Miles. That's like how they have to.
Yeah,
That's how
it.
it's gonna begin.
but I don't know because they have to find a way to beat Spot. They have to explain like how real canon events really are.
Yeah, because from Miguel's account, they will destroy a universe, but we don't know how reliable he is at like relaying that information.
Yeah. Because they have to do that where they also explain how they know that canon events aren't real. Like, how does everyone get convinced that that's the case? And, like, there's, like, different stuff like that
That's
you
why
have
I
to
didn't like
explain
Across
all
the
of it.
Spider-Verse.
Why?
Because they didn't explain, like, that what you're saying that canon events aren't what they are. Like,
Yeah.
Well, so it kind of just makes Miles look very immature and like he's not listening to people who know more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, and I get that.
Like that's why I don't like Across the Spider-Verse. Like that's literally like I just don't like the main character in that movie.
To me, it's like, it's very clear that canon events aren't a real thing.
I feel like they leave it up to mystery for like interpretation. Like I feel like they're trying to make Miguel an unreliable narrator because they pitch him up to be like this by any means necessary type of character, which is what he is.
Yeah.
And so they're trying to leave like this window of like, okay, is Miles really like? Is it to be Spider-Man? Does it mean you succumb to fate, or do you defy fate to be Spider-Man?
Yeah.
And that's kind of what they're leaving this up to.
Yeah.
Because basically, Spot was made out of fate, just a random bagel. Created your worst supervillain, a random off comic common villain. He's like, all right, nigga, I'll kill your father. Isn't that crazy? He was like, all right, whatever, loser.
Yeah, he's like some freak of the week, and now he's like,
I'll kill your fucking father.
I'm gonna kill the universe.
Yeah, it's like, fuck you.
he becomes like a fucking Eldritch horror being at the end of the movie.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I look at that, I'm like, how the fuck are they gonna stop this?
You know, that's a fair.
Like, dude, this is fucking Spider-Man. What's he gonna do? This is fucking creating black holes and shit.
I have the answer. Japanese Spider-Man.
Oh my god, you're right.
Sentai Man.
I'm also upset we didn't get him in the second movie.
He was supposed to be in it.
They teased him.
I think they're saving him for the third one now.
Yeah, they literally had like a little like a Go Team thing as like one of the promo art, and it had like the Japanese Spider-Man watch. And I was like, holy shit, he's gonna be in the movie, and there's gonna be a giant Gundam, and it's gonna be fucking hilarious and awesome.
that was
he
the
wasn't
one
in-
thing we
and he
never
wasn't in the movie, and I was just like, bro.
I think they're saving him for the third one.
Yeah.
I think like they probably
I would
couldn't.
be very upset if he's not in the third.
I think they couldn't get the rights to him or something like that. Probably because
Most likely.
because I know it's owned by Toei. Like it's different.
Yeah, because did Penny have her mech? I can't remember.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
It had like a slightly different design, but it was there.
Yeah.
That's just kind of like a lot of shit to try to fit in all at once. I feel like it was pretty clear in the movie that the canon event stuff wasn't like real because like it just doesn't make sense realistically.
But like, how is it clear?
I don't know, like even
I think they left up to interpretation because they do show Miguel recounting him losing.
I've only
his
seen the
child.
movie once, and that's what I got from watching the movie once.
Yeah, is that he lost. Like that was a real him losing
Well,
and destroying the world.
for one, this is just knowing stuff, I guess, but like Miguel didn't have any of the canon event stuff happen at all. He wasn't bit by a spider. Miguel wasn't bit by a spider. He didn't have like a fucking uncle die in his arms or
Yeah,
whatever.
if you actually know the backstory behind Miguel O'Hara.
That's what I'm saying. Like just like stuff like that. I'm like that. None of that happened at all. Why is he even telling Miles this? He should know this is not true. You know what I mean?
I didn't think about it like that.
But like even then, the movie directly, like a couple months after Across the Spider-Verse, was No Way Home, and that had the exact same plot. Like, Tom Holland sends the villains back to their universes against their fate or whatever the fuck and saves them. So, like, that just proves that the canon event stuff isn't,
But that's
like...
not tied to that movie, though.
Yeah, it is. They literally show clips from, like, the Tobey Maguire movies and shit.
It's not tied to that movie in my mind. Like, when I'm watching... Like, also, that came out after Across
But that's
the
what I'm saying.
Spider-Verse.
Like knowing it now, like, looking back at it, like, it's not. You know what I mean? They can't be. It's definitely tied in with it because, I mean, they have clips from the other movies in it. It has to be. Oh, yeah, they have the Prowler from the Tom Holland movies in Across the Spider-Verse. So it's definitely tied in with it. I don't know.
I just don't think they thought ahead when doing that.
Yeah,
You know what I
I
mean?
don't know if like
They're both made by Sony. They're both made by the same studio.
I don't think that was planned.
Might be a happy coincidence, but I don't know for sure. But I for one, because like Sony did, like, the reason why they could have just used Spider-Man and all the Venom shit. They just chose not to.
Yep.
They could have.
They wanted to make like his rogues gallery.
Yeah, like a fucking Cinder 6, like
Yeah.
MC, like a universe, and I was like, you guys are just fucking stupid.
Which I gotta say, it's like the stupidest fucking
main reason
Sinister
these-
Six lineup I've ever heard of. It's
Like, the
fucking
main
like
reason his
Morbius and
villain-
Venom and like, what the fuck is that?
And Kraven.
Yeah, and, like the Vulture. Like
Yeah. Not very smart, really, really dumb play for them, but that's why I'm like, I don't know.
A Doc Ock movie would have been so good. Why did they just do that?
Because they don't like money. They
why
just
would I want a fucking dog? I don't want any of these people to have a movie. What's the fucking point?
Because I like Doc Ock. I don't like Morbius.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want
Like,
a Morbius
that
movie
Morbius
either.
is so fucking bad, bro.
I don't think any of these people need a fucking movie. Venom's the only one who can have his own movie, like dead ass. That's the only one that makes sense.
That was the only.
But still, it doesn't make any sense to not have a Venom movie when you don't have a fucking Spider-Man there.
Because at that point, he's just a dude in a suit. It's not even like
It doesn't have the fucking spider logo on him. It's not even Venom.
Yeah, it's just the black goo.
He's a black, veiny man. That's all he is.
Well, Venom and Eddie Brock are tied together because of their hatred for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You don't have that with the Venom movies. There's
Yeah.
those fucking Spider-Man.
It's just a
They
fucking.
just want to eat brains.
Yeah.
Just give me brains, bro. Hey, Mrs. Chin.
And then they made fucking Madam Web.
The naked ass spider people will never not be funny.
Spider
to me.
freaks.
Spider free.
My dad said he liked Craven, but I haven't seen it. I
can't.
can't judge anything about it.
I heard it was just like a generic action movie. So I guess you came in just expecting like at least a watch, like a popcorn movie. It was a popcorn movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know they said they're not doing that anymore. They said they're just making like Spider-Man stuff now. Like I know they're making their Spider-Man Noir show and they're doing like a couple other
The
things.
animated or live action?
It's live action. But Nicolas Cage is still going to be Spider-Man Noir.
Oh. Okay, I'm fine with
So
that.
he has like the same design where he has like the fedora
I'm fine
and like
with
all that stuff still.
I was gonna be a little scared. I'm fine with that.
I hope it's in black and white.
Yeah, they kind of have.
That'd be cool actually. If they make the whole show in black and white. I
Like,
kind
it
of
look like Sin City, but like the good parts of Sin City.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You can do that. And give them the fucking Rubik's Cube to hold and have that be like the only thing in color inside the whole fucking show or something. I can fuck with that.
All right, so it's really just Doom, and like it's really just these 4 movies are gonna make or break the second. Because we were first like gen like MCU kids, so like
Yeah.
this new the skibbity toilet kids, they're gonna have to fucking reel these niggas in with something good.
Yeah, because the MCU has not been hitting. And
No,
like
they-
Phase 5 especially.
They know because they canceled all their fucking animated shows when they were doing like basically I don't know who they
I mean,
had.
they say no, they need to like lock in because they started like, okay, we have to like start putting out as much
Stinkers.
shit.
Yeah. But like that's it's part of like I don't know, it's not even like but they just made shows that weren't engaging because they had bad writers. Like I would just say like they had writers who wanted to write for like you know who made the fucking they had people who rather write the Velma show than give you a Spider-Man movie.
Well, I know like a lot of like the pre-strike stuff, they didn't have like real writers and stuff on the team or whatever. Like they
No,
had
they
like
didn't.
there weren't people who were like in charge of the show, like overall, like overseeing everything. They kind of just had like random people write different episodes.
That's fucking
and-
stupid.
Yeah, I know. So like a lot of that type of stuff is what
So you
went
just had
wrong.
independent contractors writing a fucking episode?
Yeah. I know that like with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, that one got fucked over by COVID. They had to rewrite a lot of that show last minute because of COVID because it was about a pandemic originally.
I mean that's pussy shit though.
It was literally like 2 months after.
It's pussy shit.
That's kind of normal. I think typically when there's like world events like that, like a lot of people.
I
don't
would have
wanna
left
do
it
that.
in. I ain't gonna hold you out.
Well, Lilo and Stitch, they had to change the entire ending because it was originally them flying an airplane through like a Honolulu, like the capital of Hawaii. and then 9/11 happened. So they reanimated the entire last sequence of the movie. They changed it to the spaceship. Instead of flying through a city, they're just flying through the clouds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the original trailer for the first Spider-Man movie had him webbing
Looking
up
at the Twin Towers.
No, he had him. He webbed up a helicopter in between the Twin Towers. Yeah.
Okay, terrorist attack or big sneeze. I think
I think a lot more people died from COVID.
Yeah.
Well, technically, they counted anything that had COVID related, so it might be an inflation.
Dude, more people died of
Regardless.
fucking COVID than 9/11.
Regardless.
A big sneeze.
Just think about it for 5 seconds.
A big sneeze that killed a bunch of people, or a terrorist attack.
Regardless, it's this. They're both sensitive things that they don't want to address on like a
pussies,
large
you can't handle a
scale.
little sniffle.
Oh, pussies can't handle a little plane crashing into a building. Like, what the fuck?
Womp womp.
Should've just gone to work, buddy.
So like, yeah, I know that happened there. Secret Invasion is its own thing. That shit was just ass to begin with.
When did they make a Secret Invasion?
Dude, Secret Invasion was so bad. That show
It was the Nick Fury show.
To this day, that is the only one I have not been able to finish. That shit was hot doo-doo butt cheeks garbage ass.
But they had like 9 seasons? No, that was Agents of the Shield. I'm thinking they had like 9 seasons.
Yeah, no, Agents of the Shield is good.
Okay,
but
okay.
Secret Invasion was doo-doo butt cheeks ass hot garbage.
You made it to like
butthole.
episode 4.
I made episode 4 and dropped it. It was 6 episodes. That shit just kind of pissed me off. I was bored.
Yeah.
I ain't never been so bored out of my mind seeing
That's
shape-shifting
kind of how
aliens,
I felt
dude.
about the Rick and Morty and I watched like 4 episodes of that shit and I was like,
Man, I would have rather watched the Rick and Morty anime than
that
watch
is
Secret Invasion. I'm not gonna lie.
crazy.
At least the episodes of the fucking Rick and Morty anime were shorter.
That is true.
Secret Invasion episodes were like an hour long and nothing fucking happened.
It's just a whole bunch of like word salads. So we have to go here and get the thing. The thing's not here. We have to go here and get this.
It was just like, oh no, the Skrulls, they're upset. They haven't been to their home planet, so now they're gonna be evil. Like, why would you do that whole like bait and switch in Captain Marvel of like, oh, the Skrulls actually aren't the evil ones? If in Secret Invasion you're just like, oh no, they're actually the evil ones now because you made them evil. And then it's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
They're like,
no, that's
We're trying to commentate on how refugees should be accepted into society, so we're gonna make them fucking evil.
yeah, that's why I was like, what the fuck? That's basically what they did.
No, I'm thinking the fucking Captain America. They're not terrorists. He's like, you should use a more politically correct term
Yeah.
as a terrorist. I'm like, nigga, what are you talking about? She kills
He's better.
people.
Yeah.
She does terror.
And they're like, oh yeah, by the way, Rhodey's been a Skrull the entire time. Because I guess he's the only one they can afford to put in the show. So there's like, oh yeah,
So
by the way,
so
Rhodey's
Skrulls-
the only one who's been a Skrull this
So
entire
the
time. Like, okay, I
crippled
don't
guy
care.
is
People
the
were
only
theorizing he was a
Skrull.
Skrull ever since the Captain Marvel movie,
Yes.
and then it just turned out to be true.
Yeah, and then they retconned it like 4 times. Like
Bro.
when he actually became a Skrull.
Was the Skrull crippled or did you pretend to be crippled?
The Skrull actually got crippled, I'm pretty sure. Right?
they retconned it like multiple times. Originally they said that he was the one in Civil War, and then they changed it and they said now that he became a Skrull after Endgame.
Oh,
Because people were upset that meant
He
he
missed
wasn't
Tony's
Yeah,
funeral.
they're upset that meant he missed Tony's
I
funeral.
think it's funnier in my headcanon if the Skrull got
God fucking damn it! Why'd you give me this guy?
Remember she's like in
This guy
fucking
sucks.
watching like space porn on Saturn or some shit.
Should have
Like,
given me the dude with the fucking laser beam forehead.
Yeah. God, that's actually fucking hilarious, dude.
Yeah, those were the 2 characters. It was him and the white dude from Black Panther. Those are the
I
2.
don't remember that nigga's name.
Those are the 2 people that were fucking Skrulls the entire
So
time.
T'Challa gave his technology to a fucking alien?
Yes,
Okay.
I guess. I don't know.
So an alien got the inward pass before the white guy did.
Apparently.
That's rough.
And then they had like someone become like a fucking all-powerful character at the end of the show, and I promise you they're never going to bring her up ever again.
Literally not.
They made a Super Skrull the powers of every MCU character.
Oh, they're never. You can't touch that character because she breaks everything you've built so far.
Yeah. Like, I promise you they're never going to bring her up ever
Unless
again.
Doom is like, remember this one bitch?
Honestly, I could kind of see that. Like, just cut to like him standing over a pile of corpses and she's one of the corpses.
To prove how powerful he is.
Yeah, something like that. Like, oh
Yeah.
no, he killed Thor and Hulk and
It's like, I
Gaia.
have no Who?
Her name's Gaia, I think.
No, imagine they go, who's that?
Oh, yeah.
It's a Super Scroll.
He goes, okay, whatever you say, bud. All right.
Anyway, these Minecraft movie freakouts. Have y'all seen them?
I've just seen people like throw popcorn in the theater.
Yeah.
You seen the guys who brought the actual chicken?
Yeah.
Yes, they got kicked out, and he was just carrying the chicken.
That shit was
around.
fucked up. They just like left the chicken behind. They left it there just to, like abuse the chicken.
They bought a chicken, brought him to a theater, threw popcorn, got kicked out, and then just left the chicken.
Yeah.
Chicken had a fucking bountiful feast though. After they left.
There's like a shit ton of theaters that had to like put up signs like, please do not throw popcorn. We
All
understand.
of the cops on like standby.
Yeah.
Because they're just expecting that. And then the director of the Minecraft movie today was on X and he was like, I don't know why they're calling the police on. They're just kids having fun.
Like, yeah,
I
okay,
get his
bud.
stance, but at the same time, the movie theater and because it's like, it's a bunch of young adults doing it, like 20 and under doing the shit, and then you have parents 30 plus taking their 10 and under kids to see it, and like you can see like there's just this weird like, the parents like, what the fuck is going on? I paid my $30. I paid for your fucking $50 popcorn, nigga. Get these monkeys
But like
out of my theater.
80% of the theater is just fucking kids shitting on the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's still, I don't know. I think it's fucked up to like the workers of the theater just to throw
Yeah,
popcorn
it
all over the
definitely
place.
is.
I think
It's like super
that's-
fucked
yeah.
up.
I think that's probably like the biggest losers out of all of this.
Getting paid like $13 an hour to scoop up all that popcorn.
Yeah.
Because apparently they were literally just they stay for the meme scenes and leave after. Like that's
The
it.
workers?
They film
No,
their
Oh.
they film their TikTok and then dip.
yeah, basically.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, they just
Well, all the clips I've seen, they literally stop the movie at the chicken jockey scene, and then they kick them all out, like at chicken jockey. So
Jesus Christ. They're just waiting like
no, like they start freaking out. They put the popcorn, and then the lights turn on, and the movie pauses, and they turn the screen off, and it's like everybody get out. Like the cops show up. It's like
Got you. Damn, bro. It's like
Some motherfuckers got to ruin it for everyone.
yeah, because like the thing is like the difference between like this and like the Minions things, like people actually took this shit like they were dressed all well, dapper, professional.
vandalize the theater.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they just showed up in fucking suits. They didn't
Yeah.
throw shit all over the place.
and that's why no one said shit. They're like, okay, whatever. They're being kind of quirky.
Those memes where it's like the Minecraft movie theater as soon as Jack Black says chicken jockey, and it's like like the movie 2012 with like the
Yeah.
fucking world collapsing,
Yeah.
or like the 300 movie
Yeah,
with all the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Spartans.
Literally. I don't know. People just don't know how to fucking act, and then they go crazy for viral trends. I think that might be the topic for like next episode. We talk
It
about
works
like
because we're talking about it. And it's hilarious. So.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
that's probably why the movie made money, because like the memes and shit, like the movie itself was almost a viral trend, really.
yeah. I mean that's fair. That's the fair point, of course.
It's
to
like
make.
fucking first chicken or the egg because people went to it for the memes,
The chicken or the
but
jockey.
then they made more memes, and then more people went there because of the memes.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's what the guy was like. Yeah, they're just having fun.
That shit's definitely gonna make $1 billion.
Cause I know Mojang's like, nigga, you made some money. Come on, where's Minecraft 2? He's like,
I'm like honestly surprised that Mojang like approved of the movie. Like I can't believe that's the movie that they wanted to make.
Yeah.
that's.
Have you
okay.
seen concept art of like the first rendition?
Like the
it was
Ender
actually
Dragon and
animated.
everything?
It was actually animated. They have like cube people. Like
Yeah.
I'm so sad of what we could have had.
yeah.
They wouldn't have made as much money if it was animated.
Chicken and jockey is all they needed, and they're like, you know what? We're making $1 million.
And now they're already making a second one.
Sometimes you gotta hate the fact that animation has a stigma attached to it. Cause like, dude, we could have had peak.
I don't know if an animated Minecraft movie would have been peak, but
I mean, Mario did pretty well. Sonic did. Sonic
I still
was
wouldn't say they were
actually-
peak. Like they're I
I mean, I feel like Mario is probably a true adaptation of the source material. No.
out of all those, yeah, definitely. Mario's definitely is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So at least I would.
I like Mario, but like
Oh, I want to say Mario's movie of the year, but I was like, if you're,
I
looking
really
for-
like the Mario movie. I felt really good walking out of that theater.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, if you want to look at a video
I
game
like
movie,
the movie, but like
that
as a
was
movie,
the
it's
video
like
game movie.
a 7.5 maybe. I don't know.
I mean, it definitely rides on the fact that it's Mario.
yeah,
It's like you're going into it for nostalgia.
Yeah.
But it uses that and it like channels it in a way to make you really
Yeah,
enjoy
I
your
like-
I
time.
just feel like there's other video games that could probably make a better movie.
Well,
than
definitely,
Mario.
'cause
I like
You know what I mean?
the Seth Rogen Donkey Kong. They got a couple of chuckles out of me a couple of times. It was funny. Yeah, I was gonna
Still
say,
waiting on my BioShock movie.
They're making one, aren't they?
I don't know.
You know about the God of War show, right?
No.
They're making a God of War show. They're literally pulling a Halo. They're like, yeah, I never played the game. No, I made it a rule and
Stop.
said,
Don't say Halo.
Yeah.
Don't use Halo and TV show in the same sentence ever again.
but
I
they're
just-
the
I
exact
just
same
had
you're
thing.
fucking-
lying.
I
Right?
just had,
I
like-
just zoned out. You said they're not.
I just
Yeah.
had like 12 hours of like shit just entered my brain. And I was like, oh, I just repressed that. Why did you bring that up? Fuck.
Yeah, no, they said for God of War, they're like, yeah, I don't want to play the games before.
Kill this nigga, not really in Minecraft, but kill this nigga immediately. What the fuck?
I don't know. Like, I don't know why people do that. Like, if
Who's hiring these niggas?
Because that's the thing is, I feel like God of War would make a good movie.
If you read or played the fucking games.
Yeah, it's already announced for 2 seasons too. Not even just 1 season, 2 seasons.
Oh my god, they're gonna Witcher that shit. They're gonna, because that's why the Witcher fell off. Because like the lady was like, yeah, we're gonna do our own spin on it, and then just kind of just made everything different for no fucking reason. The fans are like, well, this is in the books. The video game people are like, well, this isn't really in the video games.
A Halo movie or another Halo show could be so fucking good.
If they just made it actually good, they actually
if they just followed the game and
that's
they
all they
read
have
the
to do.
books and they adapted the books and like the game. Oh my god.
All I'm gonna say,
Halo
Fallout
lends itself to a movie.
Season 2 is probably gonna be hype. I'm really excited for that. I wonder when it's coming out.
But that's the thing though, is like stuff like Fallout and Arcane aren't even like adaptations. They're just like other stories inside
In the same universe. Yeah.
So
'cause Arcane's
those are
pretty
easy.
unique. Yeah,
like those are easier to do because when you're not like just retelling.
They're inherently
something.
unique because you just make your own story in that universe.
Like you have a lot more flexibility with stuff like that. But
For
if you're like
sure.
adapting something,
Also, they played the fucking games.
yeah,
Yeah.
like you can tell from seeing those that they're fans of it, or at least fans of the lore. In like the case of
Yeah,
like
the
Arcane.
source. Yeah, the source.
Yeah. But like I don't know, like why has there not been a good Resident Evil movie? That's like the easiest shit ever.
They made a couple in like the early 2000s.
Dude, they've made like 10. And they're all bad.
Yeah.
They're all bad. Like Resident Evil should be like the easiest thing to make a fucking movie based on.
They made a couple Mortal Kombat movies. The most recent one, it was ass.
I hope the second one is good, but I don't know.
When did they say they're making a second one?
Oh, it's already done filming. It comes out this year.
Are you dead ass?
Yeah. It has a lot more characters from the game, so I'm hoping it's going to be better.
Okay.
Carl Urban is Johnny Cage. That's a weird ass casting choice to me.
Whoa! Isn't the invisible cunt?
He has he talks American in the movie still, but it's just weird. Like I don't know. He's not at all the type of person I would imagine casting as Johnny Cage.
I was gonna say John
Carl
Cena.
Urban's just like a huge nerd, so he'll play any like
nerdy
role
character.
I didn't know that's
he's
good.
got passion for it.
Yeah, that's good.
I was gonna say maybe like a John Cena's Johnny Cage.
Because I mean, honestly, in the first Mortal Kombat movie, the best parts were Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
and then the remade movie.
The most recent one.
Yeah, definitely for sure.
Like easily.
Yeah, for sure.
So if they actually like lean more into that type of stuff, because they have like Katana, they have Melina, they have like shit like that in this new one, Shao Kahn. So I think they could probably make it a lot better than that other one was.
We'll see.
Because I mean, the main character of the other one was a fucking OC.
Yeah, it was a random ass nigga.
It was what was his fucking name? Like Garrett?
I don't remember. I don't care about that
Cole.
nigga.
That was his name. His name was Cole.
He had some random ass like skin hardening superpower or some shit. I really did not.
Yeah,
give
he
a
like
fuck
figured out he had the power to like make his hands into rocks or some shit.
Yeah, I did not give a fuck about that nigga at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Mortal Kombat would probably make a good movie. They just did the fucking tournament. Fucking, I don't know. Like BioShock again. That would make a good fucking movie or show, whichever one.
I think it'd be way better as a movie
Probably.
if you're adapting the first game.
I don't know. Like, what other games would make good movies? I think there is a
It's
Monster
not a
Hunter
video
movie.
game, but I'm so
wasn't
surprised there's
Yeah.
not like a Warhammer TV show or movie.
Yeah.
It has been around for like ever, and it's like there's so
Yeah.
many. There's like 300 fucking
Oh,
books.
they're making the show.
Yeah,
Are there any
Henry
World of
Cavill's
like,
making the
Warcraft
show.
I'm so
stuff?
surprised that it's not here yet. You know, like
Yeah.
like Warhammer is so like known. You know what I mean?
It has the potential to be as big as like Star Trek and shit. Easily.
yes, no,
easily.
definitely. Like
Question: is there a World of Warcraft any type of?
there was a World of Warcraft movie that came out in like 2017.
god awful.
16. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one with the orcs.
Yeah.
Well, Warhammer is not like a video game. I mean, they have like Warhammer video games, but I mean, like, there's so much shit you could pull from in Warhammer. Like I
Yeah.
said, there's like 300 books. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I mean, they
There's
made
so many stories, so many factions you could flesh out, so many stories
they
to
made
tell.
a D&D movie, and that was actually pretty
Warhammer
good.
started out
Yeah.
as a D&D campaign, like
Yeah.
books you could buy.
Yeah.
And then they made a spin-off, 40K, which is like the sci-fi variant, and then it went like took off from there. So I mean, like, it literally came from people making their own stories. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
like it's just it's built for it.
I'm shocked that they've never done anything with SCP either.
That's why I like Kane Pitchell, because he still does the backroom shit, so there's a bit of SCP overlap.
Did
but
American Horror
neither-
Story do the Backrooms thing yet?
No, they touched some weird shit. They did the Lady Gaga vampire. I haven't watched American Horror Story since I did the Trump season. And
Oh,
after-
yeah.
No,
The
I've seen it since
Yeah.
they did a Trump, because there was like the Antichrist, and then the season after that they did like a 1980 horror spoof. I
What was
saw
the
the
Antichrist one?
Huh?
The Trump one.
Like, what was it about?
Basically, you know the main white guy, and you've seen all the not the father, but the young guy. It was like Evan Peters.
Yeah.
He was born as the Antichrist, and basically the world just like plunges into chaos. There's like cults. There's like a radioactive fallout shelter, and basically they're trying to like they go in time to kill him or some shit like that. Basically,
Kill Trump?
the Antichrist Evan Peters.
Oh.
Who is supposed to be like
Their version
like
of
their
Trump.
parallel of Trump.
yeah.
I've only seen the first 2 seasons of
First season
American Horror
are
Story.
fucking goated. Actually,
Yeah.
the first 4 seasons are really good.
I know I need to watch more of it. I've only seen the first 2.
But I'll say after there's the first season is Murder House, second season is either Freak Show.
The second season's Asylum.
Asylum was really good. I think it's overrated. First season's probably the best. They did one with witches, that was really good. They did one with Freak Show, and then Roanoke.
Yeah.
And then, I think after season 5, that's when they started to deal with like some weird shit. And I was like, okay. Like they did like space and aliens. I was like, okay.
I mean, the second season had to do with aliens too. It was really weird.
Yes.
It came out of nowhere.
Yes, it did. Because you're thinking like, oh, it's this weird like southern like nun and like there's like demon possession.
But it's literally only like the very, very end. Like it's really odd how they do that.
Yeah, that was kind of the weakest part, but it was still a fun watch. Like the first season is probably the best one because the way they tie everything around to the dad, you're like, oh, I did not see that coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, American Horror Story is probably one of those shows. Like, it fell off after a while because they just
That's
kept
a good
going.
thing about it being an anthology is you don't have to watch all of them then.
Yeah, exactly. So I haven't. Like the Lady Gaga I didn't watch. The one before that I didn't watch. I don't know if I'm gonna watch this newest one, but I definitely think like
I'll probably go back eventually and watch them.
maybe. But I definitely think like the Kane Pixels, like the YouTube creators, they're on the fucking rise. And if they do make like
He's making the movie.
he is making a Backrooms movie.
Yeah.
I forgot. It was like A24 got his ass.
Yeah.
Honestly, that could be pretty cool. I'm actually really like optimistic because like Kane can actually fucking write pretty well.
I hope it's one of the good A24 movies.
And yeah.
Well, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. As someone who watches slop horror movies like religiously, like I didn't know this, but someone broke it down. Like horror movies are like the easiest return. You could drop like $5,000 for cheap ass effects and rake in like $500,000.
The thing is, like, every A24 movie besides like Everything Ever All at Once does this, where like nothing happens the whole movie until the last 30 minutes.
yeah.
It's like, I hope that's not the Backrooms movie, where it's not just them walking around.
Well, that is kind of
I like Hereditary and Midsommar.
I haven't seen it.
You never seen Hereditary and Midsommar?
No.
Hereditary is
with you.
okay. Midsummer is.
I'll watch them with you.
Oh, okay. I thought you said I watched it with you. I was like,
Oh,
you
no.
didn't.
Dude, wait. We need to watch Tusk with Darren.
I've seen.
Wait, you've
I've
seen
seen
it?
parts of it. I know what it was about.
Fuck. I was going to say, dude, that'd be fucking awesome. Tusk is such a funny movie.
It's like a horror comedy.
Yeah, it's like a black comedy type thing.
Hereditary was creepy. I wouldn't say it was scary. And then Midsummer was just like unnerving, but it wasn't like honestly. If we're talking like pure objective, I think Hereditary was a better horror movie than Midsummer. I don't know if you agree with that, but I personally think Hereditary was just a better horror movie, all in all, than Midsummer. Midsummer just
I
felt,
agree.
It just felt like a weird fear.
When it comes to horror, yes. But I don't think it's what Midsummer's really going for as much.
even what it was going for was like this lady rejecting her like douchey boyfriend and all this like other like.
I wouldn't spoil too much because, like I said, I want Darren to watch it at some point. But
yeah, I don't know. Even on that front though, it just kind of felt because they didn't even like commit to anything. It just felt like weird shit's happening. They're weird Swedish people, wherever the fuck they're from.
yeah.
Yeah, but with Hereditary, it was like okay, everything from like the first 20 minutes is like this is weird and creepy, and it just keeps that vibe the entire movie. So when you get to the final act, and you see like these naked niggas, you're like, what the fuck is this? Oh my god. And I was like, holy shit. Because that shit actually like freaked me out when I first saw that. I was like, no.
Is The Witch an A24 movie?
Which is old. Which is like 2012. So that's way before. A24 came out in the past COVID. A24 was post-COVID.
No, it's not.
Well, it's like definitely during COVID.
No, it's not.
A24, I really want to...
What are you talking about?
Am I tripping?
When the fuck do you think Hereditary came out?
Hold on. When did... They're newer. That's all. Maybe I'm like... I'm
pretty sure Tusk came out in 2012.
No. That was 2012 was Obama. Tusk is not an Obama.
Yeah, I know.
When was A24 created? I found it.
Movies that came out in 2016, 2013.
What did?
20 Under the Skin came out in 2013.
Moonlight was their first movie.
I don't know what Moonlight is.
It was the gay film.
It wasn't their first movie.
Their gay movie?
It was a gay movie.
What were you calling it? The gay movie?
It's about a gay man.
Dude, there's a lot of movies about a gay man. That's not helpful.
It's about a black gay man.
That's helping me a little bit. I don't know.
I just remember everyone was talking about it, and that was 2012. That was the black, but that wasn't a horror though. Let me see.
I would assume not.
No, it was not horror. A24 founded. A24 horror.
They made a movie in 1998.
A24? There's no way.
That's what Google said. I don't think this is their movie though, because I'm clicking on it and it has nothing about A24. on it.
Yeah.
Okay, they started really making horror. The Witch was 2015, so I would say A24's main rise to fame was 2015. Hereditary was 2018, which I guess was literally right before COVID.
Did you say The
started.
Witch was A24?
A24 was The Witch, yeah. It was 2015.
Got you. I
Tusk
really
was
like The Witch.
2014. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. I really like The Witch. I think that's probably a really good movie.
Yeah, The Witch is good. That's with the little family in the woods, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The goat.
Yeah, the goat.
Yeah. That's definitely his best movie.
Who?
Robert Eggers.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The one who did The Lighthouse, The Northman, and Nosferatu.
Yeah, because like I'm looking at it. The Killing of a Sacred Deer was them. Green Room. Bo's Afraid. I didn't watch Bo's Afraid. They didn't look that interesting. No, they did do Lighthouse. They did The X and Pearl. High Life.
I haven't seen X and Pearl yet.
Oh, they did Bodies. That just did
I haven't
not,
seen that either.
That did not look interesting, if I'm being honest.
I think I heard good things about it.
I didn't hear anything bad about it. It just did not look interesting to me. Men. I forgot they made the movie Men.
I heard that was good too, actually.
I just couldn't get over the fact that the title was just Men. I was just like,
It's kinda
okay,
silly.
I talked to some pharmacists who watched it and they didn't like it.
okay, thank you.
I don't know if they were the target demographic, but
Probably not. Y2K. When the fuck did that come out?
that was recent. That came out like last year.
Yeah.
Rachel Zegler. Like that's why this bitch looked familiar.
She was in that newer Hunger Games movie too.
The Starving Games.
No, not the Starving Games, Alphonso.
I love the Starving Games.
Yeah, I know you do. Little freak.
Dude, apparently I don't know how true. I just see a lot of people on YouTube saying she's been like fired from like Disney or whatever. But like, if I was the nigga who hired her, I'd be so pissed that like you have a actual, not justifiable, but you have a reasonable way to be like, yeah, she's part of the reason why this movie fucking tanked.
I mean, it was going to tank regardless.
It was going to tank regardless, but she did not help at all.
She definitely didn't help.
She definitely did not fucking help.
But again, that movie was definitely going to tank regardless.
Yeah, but
it's for the best that it tanked.
But now you have a scapegoat, and she is the scapegoat.
I'm just glad they canceled the Tangled movie right after, and
They were making a Tangled movie?
Yep.
Oh, God, they didn't shoot that shit in fucking sight.
It's really funny. Like, the movie started tanking, and they immediately canceled the Tangled remake, and everyone was like, oh, she was definitely going to be black. I was like, oh, yeah, she was definitely going to be black.
I can smell that shit like a truffle pig, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna suck and say, yeah, they're probably right. They're probably fucking right. That's the craziest part.
Yeah.
Speaking of like superhero stuff, I want more Invincibles and less like I don't want to say MCU per se, but I definitely don't like the oversaturation of like goody two shoes heroes. I definitely like. I feel like the Boys is too much gritty and dark.
I want more Invincible, less boys.
Yeah, I want more Invincible. I think that's a perfect balance of like rational heroes. Where like, okay, I could low-key see myself in Mark's shoes. My dad just beat the shit out of me because he's some alien, and he's like, "What will you have?" He's like, "My dad." And he's like, "Fuck! I did teach that nigga how to play baseball."
Yeah.
First, it's just like these weird hedonistic superpowered rapists.
They're just
The Boys is just edgy to be like edgy.
It is like
Yeah.
the nigga with the dick strangling mother's milk for the second time in a row. I was like, yeah.
It's like Invincible can be pretty like edgy too.
Yeah, I mean,
but,
there's
like, it's
doing the
because
fucking.
Mark is forced to though. Like he doesn't want to. It's just shit that happens. Like,
Invincible doesn't feel edgy to me. Like it feels like
well, I said
realistic.
edgy in quotations. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's realistic.
Yeah,
Like
the
he doesn't
Boys was
wanna be-
edgy
Yeah,
because it's not even like realistic with it either. It's still like overboard.
It's like over the top violence for the sake of being over the
Yeah.
top. Like the fact that like there's a whole arc. Spoilers for those who haven't seen the recent season of The Boys. The fact that Huey's dad just murders like 5 people and no one says anything about
I
it.
can't get over the fact that Huey gets raped twice.
Oh my god!
Why?
By fucking what's her name? They came in fucking
Ashley.
Ashley, yeah. Ashley of all
He gets raped twice.
by Ashley and Moon Knight, not Moon Knight.
No, in
the
Tech
Knight.
No, he didn't rip the spider guy. Never mind.
Oh, by the fake
Tech Knight.
No,
yeah.
the spider.
Web Weaver.
Web Weaver.
Yeah, nah, like that's just crazy to me. Like, what was the point of that?
They said they played it up for laughs and no one was laughing.
Yeah, like what the fuck? To me, like The Boys is supposed to be like, oh, this is what it would be like if the superheroes were real or whatever. But Invincible feels more like that to me.
Yeah.
Like significantly more like that.
The way Cecil operates really makes you feel like, okay, this is how like humans would react to just dealing with superheroes.
Cecil is legitimately like one of the most realistic things. I'm like, I totally am on his side for most of this.
You can't be the good guy.
Yeah,
you can either save the world or you could be the good guy, Mark. You
like
can't
Mark
be
is
both.
absolutely the irrational one. I'm not gonna lie. Like he is absolutely the one in the wrong.
Why are you
in the majority
watching
of
me?
this
Your
stuff.
dad just blew up half my fucking world and killed. He literally killed their Avengers and lived.
Yep.
Like that's point blank. He killed their strongest defense force.
Yep.
And lived.
Yep.
And then this
Why are you threatening me? You're scaring the shit out of me right now. What are you talking about? Like,
he like ripped all his anime into bits. Mark, I'm afraid of you, dude.
yes, like
Yeah.
Why are you so scared, Cecil? Nigga, a random woman came down, beat the snot out of you, then dipped. And you're our best line of defense against that, bro.
Yeah.
We're cooked. Now, him with the Conqueror shit was fucking stupid.
Yeah.
That is his biggest blunder. I don't know what Robert Kirkman was thinking. That honestly seems like the biggest out of character moment for Cecil.
you know what happens in the
The nigga just
Comics
wakes
after
up
that?
and breaks out immediately.
he wakes up.
like immediately. There's no delay.
He
He's
wakes
like,
up. He wakes up and is like, he left me alive? What a fucking idiot. And he just runs away.
I'm just like, yo, what was even the point?
And then he pulls up the Thrag just butt ass naked.
Yeah. Dude, Thrak, they give him like the fucking freshest cuts of all times when they show him, bro. Thrak's barber never fucking skipped a day, bro. That nigga
I know
got
he had the fucking fade.
clean
Yeah.
shit, bro. His shit is clean. Thrak's a real nigga for real. I ain't gonna hold you.
I've seen a lot of people really fuck with Thrag a lot. I see that a lot.
Yeah, no.
I still don't know much about what happens later on in The Boys. I had like little bits and pieces spoiled.
Yeah,
for
I know.
Invincible.
Like,
Yeah,
I just
Invincible.
know Adam Eve gets.
Sorry, what did I say?
He said the boys.
Oh yeah.
I just know Adam Eve gets thick as fuck, and I'm like just waiting.
No,
to
they
see-
wrote that out. She was supposed to be thick as fuck when she woke up in the hospital.
I thought when she got like pregnant, she was supposed to get thick as fuck.
No, it was before that.
No, it was when she activated her like powers and conquest. wounded her.
That's when she got thick?
Yeah.
Oh,
and then in the
okay.
hospital, when Mark is like healing or whatever, he's like, "Oh my god, your boobs, they're bigger." And they wrote that out.
Oh, mommy.
Mommy. Oh, there's a scene they also wrote out. Eve, what's Mark's best friend name again?
William.
William. Yeah, but William likes flying with Mark, but they underplay it in the show. Basically, she flies. This is in the comic, not in the show. Basically, she like Mark is not home, and then William's like, "Man, I wish I could go flying." And he keeps like saying it to Eve. She's like, "Fine, we'll go flying." And then she's flying with William's like, "This is gay as fuck." She at least says it. She's like, "This is gay as fuck."
Yeah. Well, they always do that. That's like the ongoing joke. Every time that Mark carries him, he's like, "Oh, this is gay as fuck."
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They cut that out of the show like all the way back in season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was funny when I saw that shit on the YouTube show. I was like, okay, that's kind of funny.
Yeah. I want to read Invincible and also The Walking Dead and everything as
Robert
well.
Kirkman, I didn't know he wrote all that shit. He's really good.
I heard the Walking Dead comic isn't that good.
I read part
I've
of
heard the same thing with The Boys. It's kind of just like edgy for the sake of
No,
being
no,
edgy.
the boys comic is awful. I've heard.
Yeah, but I've heard like the Walking Dead comic is kind of similar in like a lot of the same ways. Like they'll have people like die in like really like over the top like abusive ways. Like they'll like feed people
Isn't
their
that
own,
how the show is?
they'll have like feed people their own penis and like shit like that.
Oh.
Like they'll do like random things like that. From what I've heard, I haven't read it, but
Okay, just random acts of violence type shit.
yeah, because I mean that was his first thing he ever made. That was his first
It was
comic he
just
ever made.
wildly successful.
Yeah,
He just struck gold randomly.
well he got lucky.
It was
he got-
during like the whole zombie craze.
well, so because it was during the whole zombie craze,
They wanted to stand out and be like, "Oh, what if people were bad instead of the zombies?"
No, he had to lie. He told the executives that the comic was going to have a plot twist where they revealed it was actually aliens.
Oh.
And then they didn't do that. Because he was like, yeah, I just wanted to like make my own thing. He just lied to the executives. Like, no, trust me, there's gonna be like this crazy plot twist like 10 issues in. And then instead he did that with Invincible. With Invincible, he did the same thing. He was like, trust me, there's this crazy plot twist. And like, yeah, okay. And they ended up doing it. It was the Omni-Man thing. Like he actually had a plot twist ready for that one.
Okay. That's funny. That's funny.
I don't know. Say I've been playing the Walking Dead games, and that's a lot. That's like fucking fire. Those are good as shit. Yeah. Those are fire as shit. Those are fucking good.
Yeah.
So I mean, if the comics are like that shit's fucking.
From what
peak.
I've heard, they're not, but I've read part of the comics. It's all right. It's a fun read.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those games are fucking fire.
I forget which compendium I read, but it was a fine read. It wasn't.
Well, because I know they're in the same universe or whatever. Like the games and the comics are.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the events of the games are.
I don't see why they wouldn't be.
Yeah, because I mean, none of the characters overlap at all. Like the only one is like Herschel in like the very first episode of the first season of the game.
Farm dude, yeah.
Yeah, that's like the only thing.
Okay.
I think the dog is ready to go.
Yes, y'all got anything else to add?
Shit, I don't think so.
Oh, we might be. I mean, we're gonna be streaming Marvel Rivals. Well, I am. You gonna be joining?
I mean, I'm gonna play Marvel Rivals. I'm gonna shit talk you live on stream. Yeah.
Okay. Well, John's gonna shit talk me on stream. New season drop, season 2. Woohoo! Hope your boy gets sponsored.
Whoa.
Are you excited?
You're hearing this in the future, by the way. He's already streamed.
Yes, but it doesn't matter.
Shout out the Twitch anyway.
Yeah.
It's now Alfie. We changed it last episode. Alfie with 5 Ys. Such an ass.
Is it still with 5 Ys?
With 5 Ys,
Why?
yes.
That's what I'm saying. Too many Ys.
Ugh. Y'all ask too many questions and not at the right time. But yes, that'll be me. I'll be doing the things. I'm probably gonna be playing on the sticks and then busting out the controller when I need to play hella. I gotta pick up my comfort first. And I can't go in cold turkey. Besides, we're all starting in bronze anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Bronze. I'm in gold, but
They drop you 9 ranks, no?
yeah, I'm in gold.
Oh, I'm gonna be in bronze. Fuck.
Goofy ass.
Yeah.
Anyways, Darren, what can you tell me about Cell Race?
So our boys out at Cell Raise, we did an episode with one of the co-founders, Tyler. You should check it out. But for $10 a month or for $30 a year, you can list once, sell anywhere. If you own like a small business, you got some stuff. You got some McDonald's Minecraft toys to sell. You can sell them on Cell Raise.
You're flitting steel.
If you've got marketplaces on like Amazon, eBay, Mercari, Etsy, you can link them up all to Cell Raise. List what you want. It'll automatically go to all 5, 6, 7 of those platforms. And it automatically tracks the inventory. It makes it super easy to sell your stuff, start a business, do all that. So yeah, check them out. SELLRAZE.com or in the App Store, Play Store, whatever you do.
And don't forget to follow us and watch us every single week, every single Wednesday. We're always here. We appreciate you for listening, watching, however you decided to digest us this episode. This one ran a little bit longer than I was honestly expecting, but we had some good conversations on this one. I don't know. If y'all enjoyed us, you might as well stick around, subscribe.
You know what?
Subscribe, follow us. You know what I mean?
Tell us what your favorite movie
Oh
would
man,
want to
these
be.
guys were so funny. If only there was a way to just let me know whenever they upload and like for me to just like have them on my feed and like, man, I just really wish there was a way. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Oh, dude, there it is.
Yeah.
I could do that.
Oh my God. Don't forget to hit the bell, fucking idiot. That way you know.
Let us know if you're optimistic.
But not that you'll
about
need to
the
know because we have a
MCU.
schedule. We kind of go up every Wednesday morning.
Every
so
single Wednesday.
Make it easy for you to
We're a
remember.
part of your weekly routine. If you don't listen to us or watch us every Wednesday, then what the fuck are you doing with your life?
Dude, start your Wednesday right. Wednesday's like the shittiest day of the week, dude.
Honestly,
It's like slap dab middle. Like
yeah.
Yeah,
Wednesday's the hurdle. We're you're picking me up to get you through the week.
exactly. Well, we appreciate you, and we will see you next Wednesday. Thank you for listening. I'll see you later.
Toodles.